Hello, everyone. Our lovely Asimar's not joined us yet, but it is I, DM, and yeah, it is Storm King's Thunder, episode 15, Side Quest 2, the side questioning. So let me make sure all the audio is good, and please make sure we are not doubling, and I will put something fun over our lovely friend Star Cells until she gets here. But I'm going to go around, and I'm going to start with Menardin tonight.
Oh no, I wasn't here last time.
Just tell us who you are, what your character is, what you're about, and why you're here in a metaphysical sense.
I am Cloverby. I play Menardin, the Triton of the unfathomable tentacles. And I am here because I like friends. And that applies to both me and Menardin, so.
Aw. I like you.
Yay! Ella Piranha!
Hi, I am Ella Darling, and I am also Piranha. Piranha likes long walks on a beach where she is shooting flaming arrows at things that perhaps she should not, and venison jerky, and cooks and chefs, and impropriety. I'm a half-elf ranger, and I am a hometown hero. So I'm a little improper, but you know, this is back in the old days, so people just sort of excuse my behavior.
Awesome. I will pretend that I am Star Cells, who has just texted me that they will be logging on momentarily. And I like libraries, and I hate stupid people. Okay, there we go. Myriad Grief.
Nailed it.
Hi guys, I'm Kirsten, or Myriad. I am guesting tonight, helping these guys out with their little side quests. I am playing Grief, the Tiefling Druid. You can find me on Twitter at Myriad_X. I do art. Why am I here in a metaphysical sense? I have nothing better to do.
Yeah, you and me both. Yeah.
Oh, shit, can I plug real quick?
Sure, do your thing.
I never remember to do that shit.
Well, I try to get.
Twitter.
Go ahead.
Twitter.com/ELA Darling. OnlyFans, also Ella Darling. Those are the only two I have. Oh, Instagram too. I mean.
Oh, wait. This will be perfect. I'll use this for like an advertisement someday, right after you said that. Seth at SethPolanskiLaw.com.
Great lawyer. I can attest firsthand. Seth got me into contracts that didn't fuck me over. You should hire Seth. SethPolanskiLaw.com.
Oh God help me. Yay! All right. There is a Star Cells. Oh my God! And Senzen is just gonna heckle us from.
I just have to turn my on. Sorry, guys. Dinner had to get up to 165, so it was what it was.
Do not eat the raw chicken.
No.
Yeah,
I respect the power.
There you
I
are.
respect the power that you just cooked a meal for a bunch of people, and now you're about to slay some giants or something.
Yeah, okay. Well then, Star Cells, tell us who you are, what you're about, and why you are here from a metaphysical standpoint, please.
Oh, like I realized I don't even have anything open. Glad I didn't say something stupid.
Don't get. Never mind. The meds work.
All right. All right, it's gonna make me watch commercials, so I'll just get started. I am Star Cells. I play Shazara Lightwing, who is an Aasimar warlock, lover of books, hater of stupid people, and getting a little darker by the day, but still loyal to all of her companions.
Seth just stood in front of you and said basically exactly what you just said as you, and like nailed it out the gate, 100%, hundo.
Yeah.
I'm kind of not surprised by that.
Yeah, no. I mean,
It was almost word for word that intro.
Yeah. yeah,
That's
exactly.
pretty amazing.
That's awesome. I'm staring at my computer monitors in dismay. I tried to launch VLC Player and everything's locked up. So hopefully the stream hasn't gone off.
I can still see it.
All right, well,
Not
cool.
yet, but there is a mild delay.
Yeah, I was thinking it looked a little strange. Like
I
there's
just killed
usually a
VLC, so I think we're
delay,
good.
Well,
Alright.
for what it's worth, my VLC was like absolutely shitting the entire bed earlier tonight. So
I'm
I don't know.
sorry.
Maybe it's just it's
Well,
okay. And then my
I think we're good. So
yeah.
we're gonna gloss over the parental meeting. Actually, I came to the conclusion that Shazara went to her parents' home in the Castle Ward, only to find out that from the neighbors that they are with Lord Troycare on a cruise because Shazara's mother is a tutor to royal whelps. So Shazara's mother is tutoring very very wealthy children on a cruise. So her family is not in town right now.
Wait.
works for me.
So is the dinner canceled?
For tonight, the dinner is canceled.
They'll be back tomorrow,
No, that's fine.
Did
conveniently.
you?
Not tomorrow. Well, I guess tomorrow in game.
I'm gonna talk to my contact at what was it, Nana?
You'd contacted Nana
Toppins?
Toppins, or
Yeah, I was going to have a whole dessert delivered. It's totally fine. It's fine.
they
No,
will
it's
happily
cool.
they will happily delay your order. Yes.
Thanks.
However, since these are the four people that are playing tonight, since Shazara's parents aren't there, she's decided to stay with the party at the Bear and the Bard. And it's been a day or two. It's a lovely place. Troll Skull Alley is a lovely buzzing hub of adventure. There's adventures. There's shops. It's a pleasant place to be. It's not a wealthy section of the city, but everyone is friendly, and it's been relatively peaceful. Getting your sea legs back underneath sea legs, right? Getting your sea legs back in the city, even though you've just been on the sea, and things are starting to calm down. You've healed your wounds. You aren't having nightmares about sea hags trying to kill you in your sleep, and it's morning of this, let's say, the second day after you got back to Waterdeep, and Piranha is probably having breakfast. Who gets up early? I'm saying Menard and Piranha are having breakfast when Shazara sort of stumbles downstairs. Does that make sense?
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Your new friend Grief is there as well. Sometimes
Oh my gosh,
doing
I
duty.
just saw the font for.
I didn't have time to make one, so I was like, all right, why don't you make one for me? And that's what she came up with. So it's awesome.
It was cute.
She's a little illiterate.
Oh.
As you're having breakfast, you've noticed that there is a half-orc family that seem to be part owners of this place, and they have a daughter, and their little half-orc daughter has sort of mismatched one blue and one red eye, and dresses a lot like Lydia from Beetlejuice.
Oh my gosh, sounds great.
And she, as you two are having breakfast, waiting for Shazara to come downstairs, she walks up to you and says, Sarah wanted you to have this book. And she hands it to Menredin.
Menredin,
You should talk to Sarah. She's really cool. Shall I describe the book to you?
yes.
All right. It is, the book is called Sarah of Yellowcrest Manor. And it is bound in leather, and it has a brass inlay on the front with a picture of a tree and 3 yellow pieces of fruit on the tree.
Is it one of those like old books that have like a lock on the side?
It is. The lock is, it's hanging open.
It's open.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, just flip it open.
Okay. Grief is a tiefling.
Yes.
Everyone, I'm gonna say men. You're half elf, right, Piranha?
Yes, I am.
As soon as you flip the book open, the air around you grows suddenly chill. A cloud of vapor begins to shimmer behind the book.
Shazara should have woken up earlier today, shouldn't she?
No, you're gonna be. You are literally. What I was gonna say was you're walking down the stairs as this is happening behind the bar. So you're like, and the mist suddenly coalesces into the vague form of a transparent young woman, a translucent spirit that seems to be wearing a servant's uniform that bears the symbol of a tree with 3 pieces of fruit on it. The figure is gesturing at you and weeping aloud, and she opens her mouth to say something, and blood pours out. She has no tongue. And then the mist shreds away to nothing and the spirit fades.
Cool.
Good morning, everybody.
Just what
Morning.
Shazara just saw.
Yep. Everybody saw that happen, and there were only like 1 or 2 other patrons, and you get the sense that this isn't exactly out of the ordinary here. You know, the orc couple are like, "What did we tell you about playing with spirits?" to their daughter, and then, you know, Goth Boy just literally turns to the elven bard and says, "Yeah, we're leaving now," and pulls her out, and they go for a walk.
Grandpa Leaf is just banging cupboards, slamming cupboards.
Yep. There's another spirit floating around, but
Yeah.
you now have a book in your hands that little Millicent the half orc said wanted to talk to you guys.
She's always doing weird shit.
So, what did I miss? I see that there's a spirit joining us this morning.
That's news to me.
I'm kind of like flipping through the pages.
So, all right, let me
Honestly-
tell you what's in. Are you reading them, or are you just flipping to look?
I mean, Menderden's not really much of a scholar. She's really more of a picture book kind of girl. So she's basically looking for pictures.
Okay.
Food.
So there are actually, as you flip, you notice the earliest pages are nothing but the word Sarah written over and over again. And then later on, it looks like a young woman's writing, and as you move on, there seem to be pictures of, you know, a stick figure of Sarah doing household chores. Then later on, there's shopping lists, and about halfway through the book, it turns into a diary.
Okay.
Menredin, what are you looking at?
Hey, thanks for the sub, Corey.
I don't really know. This cute little kid came up and gave me a book, and then,
You opened it, didn't you?
well, yeah, that's what you do with books.
Wait, a kid came up to you and gave you a book? Did you wash it? Is it sticky?
It's probably sticky.
I mean, it's a little bit sticky. It came from a
I mean-
kid.
Jam hands, man. I'm not. Look, I want to look at the book, but I don't want to touch it until we can wipe off the
I'm
most
gonna
likely
press
jam.
digitize the jam and stickies off of it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Press to digitize
God.
the jam and stickies off of it.
Thank you. Okay. Can I take a look? Do you? I don't know. Should I be touching this? Is this like a weird woo woo? Magic.
So who gave this to you?
I mean, the cute kid with the bartenders.
All right, I turn to look at the cute kid, and can I do some kind of
I think Menardin can do what you want to do at will.
Yeah.
probably I can.
So the question is, because I do it at will, am I the only one that sees the kid?
No, you see the kid.
Okay.
The kid is actually so Millicent. Okay, so Millicent is actually Rusty and Vola's daughter in another game. It's literally me and Kelly's daughter in another game.
Aww.
And she's a half-orc with magical talent. So you see this weird-ass half-orc with latent magical abilities. You don't know
Oh, cool.
if they're using these abilities or not, because the kid's only like 13 years old. But yes, the little half-orc girl radiates magic.
Okay. And obviously the book radiates magic.
Mm-hmm. It radiates, can you tell what kind of magic, or can you just tell it is magic?
I mean, my eyes are literally the detect magic spell at will.
Right.
So
So I think you can, right? So it would
Yeah.
be
That's badass as hell. That's so fucking
evocation
tight.
magic. Yeah, like, you know, what do your eyes look like when you do this? Do they change, or are you just, you know, staring intently?
so I kind of envision them as like almost no iris. It's just kind of pupil on a blue
Nice.
Clara.
But not like creepy Shazara black eyes. It's more like
No.
Denizen
it's
of the
more
Deep's
like-
black eyes.
Yeah, I'm just kind of a weird fish lady.
Okay. You are a weird fish lady.
But she's our weird fish lady.
Exactly.
You're goddamn right she is.
So what is Grief doing? Is this just business as usual for the Bear and the Bard?
Grief is kind of like, do you have like the book on the table? Are you holding the book?
Originally, when I flipped it open originally, I was holding it, but then when I was like, oh, there's a lot of words in here, I definitely just like had it on the table.
Oh, so Grief is kind of like kneeling next to the table, and she's got her crayons, and she's kind of coloring in the pictures that were in the book. She thinks things look better with color, so she's just coloring in. She's kind of not really caring too much about the fact that this is probably a cursed item. Just,
Shazara looks at Grief like she's got two heads.
I only have one.
Oh man, Piranha is just like, man, that is some great artwork right there. I really love seeing you really just, step into your creative zone. I just love seeing, someone practice their craft.
Can I
Seems to
walk over and get a
appreciate
better
this.
look at the cover?
Sure, do it. Tell me what you just do it.
All right. Do you mind, Grief? I just want to take a look at the cover.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no problem. And then I just grab like a menu off the table and start coloring on that instead.
Shazara continues to give her the side eye, but shifts her focus to the book. Does the cover just has a name on it?
It has the title Sarah of Yellowcrest Manor.
Okay,
Here, hold on.
that's right.
Let me here's what it looks like. I'll just throw it in there. Haha.
Ooh, are we getting pictures?
Yeah. There you go. That's what it looks
Ooh.
like.
Oh,
Fancy.
okay.
Can I do some kind of like history check to see if this name rings a bell?
Absolutely. Anyone who has history can roll it.
Oh, 14.
No.
14 is fine.
Okay.
So Yellowcrest Manor is you've heard you got a 14?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. Yellowcrest lore. So Yellowcrest Manor is a manor in Waterdeep's North Ward. And there are rumors you remember reading something about it, Shazara in particular. There was a horrible murder there several years ago.
Was Sarah the person who was murdered, or I can't remember that?
You can't recall that, but you might want to read the book more.
All right, I'm gonna since no one else is looking at the book anymore, and Menredin didn't, keel over and die when she opened it. I'm gonna flip through the pages, but I'm gonna read them. I'm not gonna just look for the pictures.
All right. So as you're reading through the book, you're getting a sort of a broad detail in broad strokes the life of Sarah, a servant to the Yellowcrest family. You learn that Yellowcrest Manor is on Delzorion Street in Waterdeep's North Ward. You've learned that Lord Vialis and Lady Maria, they were Lord Yellowcrest, Vialis Yellowcrest and Miara Yellowcrest. They had 2 sons, Malik and Janice, and a daughter, Tiana. You learn that the family owned several tanneries and shoemaking shops in Waterdeep. And they were close to the manor, and those shops are on Inmar Street. Oh, and you also learned that Lord Yellowcrest came home from a business trip to find Lady Miara, his 2 sons, and his daughter slaughtered.
I was about to say, my great boy, like, yeah, Delphine would have so much fun with the shoemaker people. Not to ignore the fact that you just shared some very tragic information about this dude's family.
So Sarah is the servant, and Lord, I already forgot his last name.
Bialis.
Yellowcrest
of Yellowcrest Manor. He came home to find his wife, his 2 sons, and his daughter.
And several, Sarah was murdered too. There were several servants murdered too. Everyone in the manor was killed.
All right. And did
well
they
then...
ever... Are there any,
Are
there any clues about what happened?
You could go to a library to find out.
Oh my gosh! I could, pick from multiple libraries.
If everyone was murdered, how did Sarah write about it in her diary?
Good question.
It's like a ghost.
It is a magical book. I mean, the book is radiating magic.
So Sarah is still in there writing her book? Possibly. Hey guys, I was wondering if anyone would be interested in heading down to the shopping district for a while. This is an interesting book. I'd like to learn a little bit more about it.
Oh, do you need help with books and stuff? Because right down the alley is the Bookworm's Treasure.
They actually have it is an arcane shop. You've passed by it several times over the last few days, and they have all kinds of magical tomes, and you suspect this might be right up their alley.
Okay.
Oh, but see what I did there? Alley.
Alley.
Unintentionally, yeah.
Well, thank you, Grief. I think that would actually be a really good place to start.
Yeah. We should go. I can go with you. You know, me and Rashal, the owner, are best friends. He'll probably tell you that we're not, but trust me, we are. He's really cool. He's a dragonborn. I'm not sure how dragonborns were made. I asked him if a dragon and a human, did the dirty, and he would not confirm.
I'm so sorry Sensen isn't here.
Grape, I have it on good authority that they did. That is exactly what happened. That's just word around town. Just don't spread it too far because that's just what I heard. Y'all don't tell Sensen when I said that, but that was my understanding. If I'm wrong, it's you.
I've been waiting for someone to confirm this information for a year now.
Maybe
I
you
mean-
should spend more time in the bookstore.
I can't really read.
It's either that or I had a dream where a dragonborn and a half elf did the dirty.
Was the
It's
half
one of
elf
the
you? Was it you?
What? Where's
Was the
this bookstore?
dragonborn your paladin friend?
Where's this bookstore?
Right down the alley. I
I
can show you.
just
Shazar
down over
picks
here?
up the book and starts walking.
Grief is going with you, I'm assuming, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Millicent goes to follow you, and the half-orc couple just look at you all, grab her hand and say, no.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna turn back to Millicent because I missed the beginning of this entire exchange, and I'm gonna kind of bend down. So, she's 13, so she's probably not little, but
She's a half-orc. She's probably about as tall as you at 13.
okay, yeah. So it's like real life where 13-year-olds are as big as I am. So I'm going to ask her slowly, where did you get a book like this?
Sarah gave it to me.
How did you know Sarah?
Oh, the queen introduced me to her.
How did the queen know Sarah?
I'm not sure, but she says a word that Menredin picks up that might actually be, the Fathomless. She says, they keep wanting to talk to me, but Mom and Dad say I can't talk to them yet.
Do I know who the Fathomless are?
So, the queen...
yeah.
Yeah, the queen might be your patron, and the Fathomless might be Menredin's patron.
Does Menredin have poker face, or does she, is it obvious that something Millicent said caught her attention?
Well, she said the word, the Fathomless, in, what's the language Tritons use?
Primordial.
In Primordial.
Alright, I don't speak Primordial, so...
And it sounded like something bubbling up from underwater to you.
Okay. So unless Menredin's giving any clue that she's that caught her attention, I'm gonna just not really pay attention to it. Do you mind if I held on to this book for a while?
No, Sarah wanted you to have it.
She wanted me to have it.
Well, she wanted you to. What is it? You use magic, but you didn't go to school. Warlocks. She wanted the warlocks to have it.
I look at Menredin like, I guess she's talking to us.
I definitely am intrigued by the little Lockling.
Blackwing.
I know, it's so cute.
She hasn't found her patron yet, but she will.
All in good time. Did Sarah want us to return this book to you?
I don't know what she wanted, but, as long as she stops screaming at me at night, I'm perfectly happy to let you keep the book.
Oh.
Hey, Menredin book stays in your room tonight.
Oh, all of a sudden now you don't want the books.
Now I don't want it. I looked at her parents to see what kind of expressions are on their faces.
They're just staring back and forth at each other, shaking their head.
All right.
You do get the sense that this is a conversation that has been had multiple times involving their daughter.
All right. Well, I'm gonna leave her parents be, and I'm gonna take the book, and I'm gonna say, anybody want to come with?
I'm right there with you.
I mean, obviously, as
Sure.
One thing, no shooting flaming arrows in a bookstore.
I wouldn't dream of it, babe.
I mean, unless we, get desperate, I suppose. But all right, I'm gonna head
Okay.
on out of the tavern and I guess follow Grief, who knows where she's going.
Yes, so I leave the tavern and I'm kind of like waiting by the door for you very impatiently because I'm a very busy tiefling. I have things to do. Not really. And then we are going to walk out of the tavern and then go down the little alley and then go to the right. And on the way there, I'm pointing out all the other stores like Corlin's Crown. And then I point to the other tavern in the area, the Friends Brew. And I'm like, don't go there. Their shit sucks. And then I point out another little place. And I'm like, that's the Tiger's Eye. He's a little private investigator. He does his little sneaky thing. And then before you know it, we arrive in front of Bookworm's Treasure.
What is his name again? I forget.
Who?
The Dragonborn proprietor.
Rashal.
Rashal.
Yes.
The door is open. It's kind of ajar. It's a lovely fall day. There's a nice breeze. It doesn't stink like high summer in the city. It's a cool breeze blowing from the ocean. And you can see through the front door, through stacks of books and magic accoutrement, there is a Dragonborn standing behind a standing desk, just writing in a book.
As we walk in, I go, "Hey, Rashal, it's me, Grief. I have friends. They want books. Hi."
He nods at you and... Did you learn to read?
No, I don't plan on it either. Gotten this far in life without it.
Welcome?
Well, she was kind enough to show us to your shop. And,
Well, come in, friends. Come in.
oh, thank you. I was just, curious about, learning more about an incident that took place at the Yellowcrest Manor.
Ooh, oh, terrible stuff. Awful. Murder.
Does anybody know why or who or...
No, and as a matter of fact, Lord Vialis left the city shortly after the murders.
You should show him the book. He might know what it is. He's very good with magical things.
All right. Well, I mean, it's not my book, I suppose. So, a little half-orc wanted us, and I gestured towards Menredin, wanted us to have this.
Was it Millicent? It was Millicent, wasn't it?
It was.
Put it on the table here. I'll touch it once I check things out. Thank you.
Okay. I put it on the table.
I already touched it all over, and it's fine. I'm not dead or anything.
He sort of looks at you, smiles, and says, "Thank you. Please place it on the table."
I place it gingerly on the table.
He casts a spell at it, and it's nothing major, but he's casting his spell, and in about 30 or 40 seconds, he nods and says, "All right, fine." And then he picks it up and looks at it and says, "Interesting. I'm not aware of any such book. Sarah of Yellowcrest Manor. Huh."
Apparently, she was a servant.
He opens the book, and a screaming ghost appears in the room with you.
Oh, she's back.
But it is closed. It's like closed mouth screaming because its tongue is still cut out and its blood's dripping down, and it's screaming, but no sound is coming out, and it's pointing at the book.
Yeah, kind of disturbing, right?
He's startled. He drops the book, and it closes on the table, and she disappears.
Can I go over and just like kind of keep opening and closing it to see if it keeps happening?
When you open it, nothing happens.
Ah, nuts.
Like one of those musical cards you can get from CVS.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
All right, so he says, "This is very interesting. How much do you want for it?"
Well, I don't know if we're selling it. What
Well,
interest do you have in it?
well, it's a magical book. I don't know. I could find out what makes it tick, but I suspect I suspect she wants something.
Well,
Everybody, give me an insight check.
no shit, she wants something.
Let me know what you got.
9.
When does
Man.
a screaming woman ever not want something? 22.
7. I am clearly distracted and not feeling insightful.
You are just happy to be surrounded by books.
Yes, I'm so distracted by all the magical books and items.
What was the best roll?
22.
Ronnie.
22? Oh, all right. You remember from your travels, and a nomadic clan that you spent some time hunting with one winter, and you realized that they had a problem with a poltergeist, and it needed to be laid to rest.
Okay.
Its remains and its body needed to be put to rest in hallowed ground that it considered holy.
Okay. Can I, or maybe someone else, given that knowledge, what would I need to roll to sort of analyze the spectral form that appeared in front of us to sort of get a sense of like what kind of ground would that individual consider holy based on what they're wearing, how they look, everything.
Honestly, you all sort of realize like it would need to be a good human deity, right? Unless this person was very strange and worshipped, like a dwarven god or something. But
So it's a human deity.
We don't recognize the Crest at all.
it's a noble family. You know where the manor is.
Oh, so the Crest is for the noble family, the
Yes.
tree with the fruits.
Exactly.
But isn't that weird for like a servant to have that?
I mean, isn't it weird for the servant to know how to write and have a book?
Yeah.
Especially a
That's
fancy
true.
book?
Well, but you do realize that servants do wear the livery of their house. So many servants do wear their uniforms for work have the sigil of the house that they work for on them.
Is it like a nice book? Like, is it like cost a lot of money? You think?
Are you asking him that?
Yeah, I'll ask
Or
Michelle
you-
that.
I mean, it's it's a decent. It's leather bound. You could probably get 20 or 30 gold just for the book. Never mind the magic side of it.
I mean,
And as you say that, Shazar is just twitching.
Yeah.
That's that.
And like a servant, like she's probably like a scullery maid or something. She probably wouldn't be paid that much, right?
You can absolutely infer that, yeah.
So the book is definitely worth more than anything she was ever going to get paid.
Probably.
maybe a gift then from one of the family members.
What kind of relationship would you have with a family member as a servant girl that would merit such a gift, do you
An
think?
inappropriate one.
Certainly seems like it to me.
She was banging one of them.
The Dragonborn humps at the suggestion and says, "Well, when Lord Vialis left, I believe another lord bought the manor, and the manor's still there if you wanted to go."
I was going
Check
to
it
say
out.
maybe we can continue on this journey and head to the manor.
Yeah,
When you're done, I would like to purchase that book from you, though.
maybe.
That's okay.
We'll keep it in mind.
No pressure. I love my store and my customers, and I'm here to make you happy, not to pressure you into selling me things.
Well, I do appreciate your taking the time to look at it.
Well, thank you.
And
Is there
give us
anything
some
else you want to
information.
know about it? I love the craftsmanship, the workmanship, and I would love to know what these last few chapters are written in.
What do you
What do
mean?
you mean?
Well, it's
I
not
flipped
ink. I know
Look
it's
to
no.
the end
It's
to
no.
see what it is.
It's no ink that I'm familiar with. It's
What color is it?
rusty.
Oh.
Oh,
So
that's
is it
blood.
blood? Like,
That's
is it blood?
I don't know. I would have to tell. I would have to check.
Okay, look, I'm a ranger. I've seen enough blood. Can I roll something to see if it's blood?
Give me a
I wanna know
survival
if it's
check.
blood.
Can I lick it?
Ooh, can I do survival too? I'm proficient.
Yeah, sure. Are you really
Oh,
never
well, that
gonna
was-
lick it?
Shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna lick it.
I'm probably gonna put my hand out to be like, don't lick the book.
I'm gonna lick it and use investigation.
I got a 7.
That's an 18.
I got a
Grief.
10.
All right. So,
Can I not lick it and do an investigation?
are
check?
you stopping Menredin from licking
How
it?
do you even investigate something if you're not licking it? Can you actually
Alright,
describe
well-
that process to me?
It looks like she's going to just touch the book with the tip of her tongue. I'll probably let it go. But if she's like going for like a full on like lick,
Oh my god, I'm not gonna
Not
like.
I'm
I'm
probably
not gonna like. I'm just gonna be like.
yeah. If she's just gonna like,
I love you
I'll,
guys.
It's
All right.
not Storm King's hub. It's just a little
Yeah.
little twist. Little twist.
all right. I'll
Storm
let
King's dead.
I'll let her lick the book without objecting. If it's just a little lick.
It seems to be some kind of blood-like substance. Yes.
Yeah.
That's obscenity, and we're all going to jail.
Is there any way, even if I can't read the words, is there a way for me
Oh,
to
you
know?
can read the words.
Oh, I can read the words. Okay.
What
You
are the
remember
words?
what you took as that warlock ability.
Oh, right.
Wait,
So-
are there words?
I mean, it's a diary, but
Yeah. So, can I read the language?
sure. I basically I told you what you got out of it. It's written in common.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And it's her diary, and
Yeah.
it's everything up to the night she was murdered. And it seems that last chapter was written about the things that happened after she and the whole family were murdered.
And there's nothing else after that one chapter.
And the book ends there.
Okay. So she was like undead enough long enough to write one chapter and then disappeared.
You can infer that if you'd like. You don't think there are any traps?
Mm.
Kind of weird to use blood, though. What's if it's her own blood she used?
Well, I mean, if
It's
she
also
didn't
kind
have ink and she just got murdered. I
You
mean,
know,
there's-
So it's kind of weird.
I heard of a cleric who used to, like, take the blood from his, like, victims and use it to write down the names of his victims in his little book of death.
Wait, is the handwriting the same? How do we know she wrote it
Yes,
and it was
the handwriting is the same. Good question.
Part of me is like, so I've known some people who've gone off the deep end because, like, I mean, pardon the pun, right? Like, ha ha. And it all comes down to like noble families not acknowledging, like, products of, inappropriate relationships, kind of not appreciating it, and then going mad and killing everybody. So maybe that's what she did, and then she used their blood to write in her diary what she did, and then she just disappeared. Maybe she's the killer. Maybe she's not dead. And
Yeah,
then
did they find her body in the mansion?
The book says they did.
right? And then maybe the reason why the Lord disappeared is because he's feeling so guilty that his illegitimate daughter ran away and murdered everybody, not because he's so like distraught over losing his family.
I mean, or maybe he killed them himself.
I mean, that's
Because-
true too.
He wanted to hide his shame.
Or maybe
All right,
he
well, I
wanted to
say we
give her
head
an
to the
out.
manor. We've got nothing else to do. I assume Delphina's still at the spa. Let's go see what we can find.
Okay.
Let's go uncover some filthy family secrets.
I mean, my dinner plans got canceled till tomorrow, so
All right.
Yeah, I know. I know they did. I know they did.
Aww. All right. So Yellowcrest Manor is it's on Del Zorin Street in the North Ward. You can take a carriage there. You'll get there in about 15 minutes, or you can walk, and it'll take you about an hour.
I'm
I
fine
mean-
walking. I don't know if
I
anybody
don't-
else wants
I
to
want to
get
walk
there.
and sort of scout as we go, just sort of see if there's anything I notice.
I still don't know if we even have money, so
We need Senzin. She's
Your
our
accountant, your accountant has
Yeah.
basically has all your money, so I don't know what's on your character sheet.
I have
Yeah,
money,
something
but
has
it's not
not.
for you guys. Sorry.
I mean, it will cost you like 50 silver to get to if you want to take a carriage.
Let's hoof it.
I got legs.
Okay.
Yeah, I said we walk because who knows, we might see something interesting along
Well, all
the
right.
way.
It is.
yeah.
It's a beautiful fall day. The sky is clear. There's a wonderful breeze blowing in from the harbor. Somewhere off in the distance, you smell Nana Toppins, the original franchise here in Waterdeep. And it takes you about an hour, but you do make your way into the North Ward, and the manor's there on Del Zorin Street, right where the the Dragonborn said it would be. Are you going to walk up to the door? There is it's a manor. I mean, there's a gate in front with a little iron gate. There's no guards. The gate appears to be unlocked, and there's a little walkway takes you through a manicured lawn up to the front door.
If there is an open gate with no guards, I assume Piranha's just heading through, and I'll just follow.
Oh,
her.
I'm already up there. I forgot.
She's like at the front door already.
None of this has anything to do with me. I'm just eager to find something to do, something to eat, or a cook to talk to, or I love y'all, but I'm a little fucking bored. I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm dashing the hell ahead.
All right, you walk up to the front door, and a Alfred snooty-looking butler opens the door and says, looks you up and down, and looks at your clothes and says, "May I help you?"
Yeah,
And he's
you
addressing
know-
Piranha.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I assume the rest of us are not there yet.
I'm assuming you're behind her, just watching.
let's see. What can I?
Offer him some jerky.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to pull out my little pouch of my excellent venison jerky. I've had time here in Waterdeep to sort of make it really good. I don't know, like really marinate it, really dry it out, like really make it like really hit home. So I'm gonna just set it up to him, and you're like, "Hey, man. Here, I made this myself. You gotta try some. Would you like? It's venison. It is fresh and it is expertly seasoned. I'm just waiting for my friends to catch up. I'm really just here to help them out. Honestly, I kind of forgot what their plans are, but I know we're hoping to sort of just take a gander if you don't mind. But in the meantime, while I'm waiting for those slow folks to catch up, can I please offer you some? This is my personal batch. I'd love to know your thoughts.
He says, I don't take food from strangers, but do I smell whiskey?
Well, pleased to meet you. I'm Piranha.
Ah,
No
my name's
longer a stranger.
Arnulf.
Arnold. Well, no longer a stranger, so why don't you take your jerky, because you're going to want to chase that whiskey with a piece of jerky. It is what
holds
I
the-
like to call.
He holds it gingerly in two fingers.
It's risky whiskey,
Really? Why is it risky?
because I took a risk. I took a risk the first time I drank it. Turns out it was great. Why don't you have a pull?
I would love to try some. And he takes a huge glug of it, and then sputters a little bit, and says, "Welcome, new friend Piranha. I think I shall have some of this."
Yes, that the saltiness of the jerky really helps cut through sort of the sharpness of the risky whiskey.
So I'm just going to let you know, you're going to laugh at this one. You get advantage on any check if you offer the butler alcohol. It literally says this in the module. You get advantage on checks if you offer the butler alcohol.
Shouldn't me? That's awesome. Fuck yeah. All right.
How did they know?
You now have the butler's your friend, and he would like to know why are you here? What's your business here? My lord is he's a busy man. Are you here to see Lord Falgref?
Have they caught up yet?
Sure. They saw half of they saw a good bunch of the exchange.
I'm just here for the ride. Like, none of this makes any sense to me. Like, it's all so far beyond what I understand. I'm just here to, like, I'm emotional support. I'll offer some jerky. I've got some good berries ready for anybody. Like, this is not my steez, so I'm just here. I'm just, doing good friendmanship.
All right, I guess I walk up behind Piranha and just kind of give her a look like introduction.
Oh, okay.
I breathe a sigh of relief when I see him take a glug of whiskey because he
You
looks
gotta be my
kind
friends.
of disturbed with the jerky.
And Armleth looks at you and says, "Well, come in, and we can have a discussion." And he takes you into a well-appointed drawing room, lined with many books, rich mahogany, and offers you all some whiskey. By the way,
Less risky, but
it's
still quite good.
it's about 11 a.m.
Well, hey,
I feel like you're shaming me.
Oh, no,
party
not at all.
rolls sometimes.
Not at all.
I don't even look at the whiskey. My eyes are just stuck to the books. And I'm just reading all the titles that I can.
So Arlnilf takes off his jacket and just throws it off to the side and says, "Sorry, I don't believe in butlers. I'm Lord Falgref. What can I do for you?" And he's sipping his whiskey.
No
Oh.
shit, man! You fucking trickster. That was real good. I respect that.
He smiles.
I hear
at you.
some commotion and I turn around. Sorry, what did I miss? I was a little distracted.
My name is Arlnilf, Lord Falgref. What would you like to talk to me about?
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance and thank you for your hospitality. And I have to tell you, your collection of books is quite amazing. I'm quite
thank
a
you.
lover of books, and it's actually a book that brings us to you right now. My companion and I point to Menardin. My companion and I were given a book by a half-worked child, and I feel like she said she wanted us to have it. That more specifically, the spirit inside wanted us to have
Spirit
it.
inside the book? Let me see this book.
Yeah,
And I feel like we need to figure out what to do with it. I put the book down on the table. I assume there's a table.
Sure.
And so this is when I pop up. I'm like, we made a new friend, and I open the book.
And nothing
Shazara
happens.
rolls her eyes.
And nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Is it because I've already opened the book before?
You're not sure.
Shazara looks puzzled.
The book is still radiating the same magic as before, Menardin.
Maybe she's shy.
That's
Maybe
weird.
she's scared.
She doesn't like it here. She was murdered here. I mean,
Give me an insight check, all of you.
Oh man, pick
I
something
definitely
besides
feel-
insight. I'm
I
not
definitely
insightful.
feel
Natural
my
20.
Okay, like I
Yeah.
am really not insightful because it's a 4.
I got a shitty. Shitty has 10.
Grief.
I got 14.
So Menardin shares her idea of shyness and it might need to be coaxed out. And that seems pretty likely to Menardin.
Yeah. So
Sarah.
How do you coax out a ghost? Like, what do ghosts like? Do they like? And is there some kind of, vodka probably? I guess.
I mean,
Well,
like
they can't really drink vodka. They're ghosts.
quiet.
I know, but it's like
whispers.
clear.
Wait, hold on. I'm watching. Are you quietly whispering to the book, Menardin?
Yes, and like gentle strokes.
You hear a sigh come from the book of sort of relief.
I kind of whisper like, Sarah, do you wanna come say hi now? And I kind of like cracked the edges of the book.
Oh, that's so cute. So,
Shazara changes her expression from looking at Menredin like she's crazy to, oh, that was a good idea.
instead of a flood of chill mist, a gentle stream of mist floats out of the book and resolves into this ghost of Sarah, and she is no longer screaming. She is nodding at you.
I kind of.
Sarah, can I call you Sarah? Could you hear
She nods.
us? Does she wave back at Menredin?
Absolutely.
For
friend.
some reason, your book has been entrusted to us, and I feel as though there's something you maybe need us to do.
She nods her head up and down.
Do you know what it is?
She looks like she's trying to say something, but she has
Doesn't
no
have a tongue.
tongue, and
But she's
blood
got
just
it.
keeps pouring out of her mouth when she tries to say things.
Could you write it in the book?
She starts to cry, and she points at a table and tries to pick up a quill and can't.
Aw.
No.
How
Let's
did
do
you
charades.
write the last chapter of this book?
She shrugs and she's trying. It looks like she's trying to say, "I don't know how I was able to do
Do you want us to find out who killed you?
that." She jumps up and down, claps her hands, and is pointing.
Are we in the right spot to find out that mystery?
I'm
She-
looking
she-
at
she
Greek with a lot
shrugs.
more respect.
She shrugs and she says it's like she doesn't know. She's trying to impart to you the
Do-
feeling that she
do-
doesn't know.
Do you know who killed you?
Okay, yes or no questions are probably a good way to go.
She says she
That was
nods.
a yes or no
Yes.
question.
So you
Uh,
know. Oh no, I was agreeing. That was a good.
Yep.
So
and
you know who
I will throw
killed-
this out there. You look around the room, and Lord Arnulf he sees all of this, and he's taking it all in stride. He does not have the air of someone who is a murderer. So don't go down that fucking rabbit hole.
You know, I wasn't gonna go down that rabbit hole until you mentioned him, and then I was like, maybe he murdered her.
Was it
Yeah.
someone what's the Yellowcrest family's name? Is it just Yellowcrest or?
Yep.
Oh, was it someone of the Yellowcrest family?
She says she's nodding her head.
Oh, so we've narrowed it down to 5
Was it
suspects.
Lord Yellowcrest?
Was it a man?
She says she's saying yes. It was Lord Yellowcrest that murdered her.
Oh, it's that guy. Oh, okay. Well,
Did
yeah,
he
then.
also
Well,
murder the rest of his own family?
She says yes. She's nodding yes.
Do
And
you know where he went or why he did it?
she shakes her head, and well, actually, she doesn't say no. She's sort of shrugging, and she's pointing at the book.
Pointing at the
Okay,
book.
I'm
Is
gonna.
the answer's in the book?
She's saying
Can you
yes.
give us a page
You-
number with your fingers?
Do you want us to kill that guy? Because I will totally kill that guy.
Oh yeah, I'll run it.
She's hugging herself. She's hugging herself and feigning sleep.
Oh, you wanna be put to rest.
Oh.
She's nodding.
So to do
Oh,
that,
but,
we
like-
totally have to kill that fucking guy.
Do you want to
Okay.
be? Do you want him to die or do you want him to suffer? Because, like, give me like one that's like hold up your fingers 1 to 10. How much suffering? 10 is the maximum suffering. 1 is like straight.
So she turns to you, and her mouth opens like 3 times as wide, blood's dripping out, and she screams loudly enough that ectoplasmic ripples make your hair move. So that's maybe like an 11 on that scale.
I was about to say that sounds like an 11, babe. All right.
We can do that.
Is there a chapter or a page number you want me to turn to? You want us to turn to?
She mimes flipping through the book.
Okay, I start flipping slowly through the book.
All right, when you get to the chapter right before the one written in blood, let's see, I gotta find what Sarah knows. Sarah, so the book goes on to explain how one night she happened upon Lord Vialis in his private study, reading a book that looked evil. It looked evil to her. And
Is there a description of the book?
Them.
it's she describes it as, let me see if they actually tell me. They do not. They just tell me the name of it, which I can't tell you yet.
Okay.
So it just, in the book, she describes it as having a palpable aura of evil. The book it just radiated something wrong. Wrongness came from the book. And later that night, she and the entire family were murdered by Lord Yellowcrest. So says the book, anyway.
Does this kind of book ring any kind of bell?
To you,
Okay,
like, it's a magical book. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, but it's not like a specific book. Like, there's no legend about this particular book or anything that anybody would have read about or.
Not yet.
Alright.
Would we know of any kind of like deities or beings that would require like sacrifice?
You name it. Certain extraplanar entities, demons, devils. They all want human sacrifice, or sentient creature sacrifice.
Thought that was safe being a tiefling. I'm part demon.
Yeah, no.
I am.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Hmm.
I doubt he would have left the book here, but like.
Well, there's a bunch of books. Like, are there a bunch of like
Maybe.
books around, like
Yeah,
on the
you're
wall?
in like a library.
Yeah.
Can we ask
Oh.
her if any of the books look familiar?
Can you see the books on the wall?
She nods, and she looks around, and she's.
Oh yeah.
What she seems to be describing in the book is something that would radiate a magical aura, and Menardin is not picking up anything in this room that's magical other than you guys, whatever items you have, and the book. And a ring that the Lord is wearing.
Ooh.
Maybe it's not in the library. What if it's in his private study? Though you would think that the new Lord would have like cleaned out all the old stuff.
We can ask him. Hey, you, Arnulf, do you still have the old people's shit here?
No, Lord Vialis took it all with him, but I'm happy. This is the most interesting thing that's happened in weeks. I will happily, if you'd like to look around, we can certainly do that.
Let's do it.
While we look around, I want to ask Lord Arnulf, did you just buy this place from Lord Vialis? Like, do you have did he say where he was going? Do you know anything about him?
Oh, I bought it back from the Lord's Alliance. It was that he sold it to the Lord's Alliance, and I didn't buy it directly from him. Quite frankly, between you and me, I think it lends an aura of mystique to the manor, so I kind of like buying it.
All the dead people that in here, yes, very mysterious.
The dead children really, really give it an edgy vibe, doesn't it?
That's
Yes.
aesthetic.
Maybe when Duffy gets back from the spa, we can ask her if she can find out who actually bought it and sold it.
Well, all
But
right.
until then,
I'm not gonna belabor this. There's nothing here. I
Yeah,
want it.
'cause
We're
if he
doing a one
took-
shot, and I don't want you to spend a half an hour searching the manor.
Yeah.
would
If he
we
took
spend a half
everything
hour
with him.
searching the manor?
But you would. So let's say your characters spend a half hour searching the manor and do not come up with anything. Although Lord Almuff is smitten with Piranha and loves the risky whiskey, and now is happy to have you back for more jerky and whiskey whenever. That sounded awful.
Well,
jerky and whiskey.
Piranha is just jazzed to have someone to hang out with and talk to because none of this lands at all for her. She's just like the same way that I am, just sitting here snacking, which I had a long day, very long camp show, but she's just like, man, I don't even know, man. And so they're just like, while all this is going down, like they're just sitting in the corner, like passing the whiskey back and forth. Like I'd like to think that he's like finally really gotten sold on the jerky, and he's like, he realizes that like, you know, it's an acquired taste, but once you acquire it, oh holy damn,
It's,
you know, that kind of thing.
I do. It's a religious experience, much like pickled herring.
If Sarah's
No, it's
still
not.
there, can we ask? I'm gonna ask. I kind of look at them, shrug my shoulders. They're having fun eating jerky.
She
drinking
points at the
whiskey.
book again. She points at the book again, and makes the flipping pages motion.
Okay, I look at her and I slowly.
And
flip
she
through the
stops
pages
you
again.
when you get to the chapter that talks about the Lord Vialis's businesses in Waterdeep, and the three tanneries and shoe stores that are located on Jonas Street, several streets away.
Is this important information? Should we go to these places?
She points to a word on the page, and the word she's pointing to is Lord Vialis.
What does the rest of? Is there anything interesting in the rest of the text surrounding?
got-
Sounds like we should probably go there, babe.
He's
Let's,
got to be at one of
go
those
there.
businesses.
Yeah, let's.
I mean,
let's
Yeah,
So-
let's go check it out.
Lord Arnulf will be very clear. I believe Lord Vialis still owns all of those businesses and collects revenue from them. They're his businesses.
So even if he doesn't go to them personally to get, like, I don't know, not taxes, but like revenue, he would at least send a representative, and the representative would know how to get in contact with him.
That makes perfect sense to all of you.
That does make perfect sense. All right. Well, we certainly appreciate your hospitality, but
Piranha's
sounds like
gone.
we have
Piranha's
a
out
few
the
other
door.
things to check out.
As Piranha's walking out the door, he's, hornsing and yelling risky whiskey at you.
So fucking same. Like he and I, we're vibing. He knows. Like he already understands that I'm like, bro, like all of this, right? Like, come on. I'm just like, fucking fuck yeah, man.
Does Piranha
Next
know where
Friday.
she's
Next
going?
Friday. The fuck out.
So Piranha walks out the door and she's walking towards the street. And
Ronnie, you're going the wrong way.
like, as she gets to the street, she realizes she's not sure where the party's going now. So when you catch up, you are all going to Ionis Street. And it's only a couple blocks over. And there are some tanneries and shoe stores. And it's so sad that Delphine isn't here for the shoe stores.
I know. Maybe
But can I
we'll run into her trying on shoes somewhere.
So,
Piranha, well done getting us into the manor.
hey man, I make good jerky and I have good whiskey and I am well suited for good friendmanship. Well
You're
done
a
with
people
all the stuff you
person.
altered.
Like, you're very good with people. I can see that.
Oh well, thank you so much. That's really kind of you. Appreciate you. Would you like some venison jerky? It's my own blend.
Yes, I would. I love jerky.
Oh, I pass it over, and Trixie, like as I'm handing it, Trixie like runs down my arm and jumps onto you, and like begs. I'm like, I mean, you can if you want to.
I give
I've
her
got
little
plenty.
pieces. Take a bite, give her a bite. Take a bite, give her a bite.
Oh, it's so cute. All right, and all this is happening as you're walking a couple of streets over to, you can smell the leather as you turn the corner, and there are several tanneries and shoe stores, and you can buy bolts of leather here. All up and down the street. The street is, known for its leather makers. There are several stores. One of them is called Speaking of the Past. And that is the first one that you come to that seems to be one of the several businesses that Lord Vialis owns. And it is a wholesale leather dealer.
Speaking of the past, sounds promising.
All right.
I guess we walk in.
All right. You walk in, and there is a human woman standing behind the counter. She looks at you and says, "Hi, welcome to Speaking of the Past. What can I do for you?"
I never really have a plan.
I walk right up and I slam my hands on the counter. I look her straight in the eye. And I say, "I'm looking for your boss."
Farrell? Farrell won't be in here until tonight.
His boss.
I don't know who his boss is. Farrell's the one that runs these stores.
We were thinking of the owner.
Bialis?
Never heard the name.
Then
What was the name of the gentleman who runs
Then
all of the stores? He might know.
Farrell. Yes.
Farrell, yeah, Farrell. He's an elf guy.
He's an elf guy?
Yeah. Well, if
I
you stick
lean
around,
over.
he'll be here tonight if you stick around.
Are we looking for an elf?
I mean, if we're looking for an elf, I happen to be half of one, so you
No,
know.
you're not Farrell.
Did we ever get a physical description of Lord Bialis?
It's pretty well known. Anyone could have told you. He is not an elf.
Okay.
We are not good bounty hunters.
To be fair, we only found out we were going to be trying to kill this dude. I say that in a very hushed whisper so that the little lady at the counter doesn't hear me. 10 minutes ago.
Are we talking hours or half an hour? When will we be
right
by?
after the store closes at sundown, so maybe 2 or 3 hours.
2 or 3 hours.
Well, maybe we'll go check out the other stores and come back.
Okay. The next one is called The Street Fight. And it is, it sort of tailors itself towards leather armor. So they're not selling leather armor, they're selling pieces to make leather armor. And there is I don't know, give me a race. There's a gnome behind the counter. And he looks up and says,
hello. You're so
"Hello. Hello. What can I do for you? Come in.
We were actually looking for the owner of this establishment.
Oh, the owner. I thought that Farrell runs these shops. I guess he owns them. I don't know. I mean, he hired me.
When did he hire you?
About 4 years ago.
So
When
he's
does a
been running
murder take
these
place?
for a while. When was the murder?
5 years ago.
5 years.
Things are connecting.
Where can we find Farrell? I know that he'll, be
Well,
stopping
he
by
stops
around
by
the
to
time.
collect the cash every night.
But I don't really feel like waiting till closing. Do you know
About-
where we can find him now?
About what time does he come by in the evenings?
Right.
In addition to that question.
Usually right after sundown when we close the store. He picks up the cash and takes it with him.
You know,
What happened?
he owns a few spots around here. Does he have a regular route that he sort of stops in to each establishment?
Why? You sound like you're gonna rob him. I mean, what do you want to talk
Definitely
to him
not
about?
gonna rob. I don't think I could rob him. if I
We're
wanted
not
to.
going to rob him.
But no, I just want to get a sense of if I miss him with the one, and I know I'm not going to make it to meet him at the next one. Maybe I can just meet
Well, I
him
mean,
at
he
the third.
usually just starts at the end of the
station.
street. So he hits, he hits the past first, then comes here, and then on down the street.
It's
Makes sense.
how do you contact him if there's like an emergency?
I don't. I call the guards.
Hey guys, maybe we should. I think I have a plan. Maybe we should just like leave. We should probably leave. We'll
Piranha's
we'll
out the
come
door.
back if we need him.
Where's
Okay,
Piranha? She's
Okay.
gone.
Should I tell him you stopped by?
Nah, no, it's okay. We'll
Nah.
meet him somewhere. It's all right.
Well, when you need some leather, come on back.
Thank you.
So once we're out the door, I'm gonna be like, so we know that he collects money. What if we tail him after he collects the money to find out where he goes?
Yes.
Because I feel
Doesn't he,
like,
go to a bank?
yeah, but I feel like, yeah, that's kind of weird. You just come and you collect the money and then you leave. You don't even stay to see like if anything's wrong or anything like that.
Yeah, that
It's a poor management strategy.
It really is. But like, if
I
he
don't
is
respect that.
working for Lord Visalis, like, because these people think that they're working for Thorell, this little elf man. But when we talked to Arnulf, he said that Lord Vialis still owned all of these businesses. So clearly, maybe he's taking the money to Lord Vialis, and if we follow him, we will find Lord Vialis.
Yeah, he's got to be some sort of middleman.
Yeah.
yeah. I like this idea. It's
Me
better.
too.
It's better than my idea.
Why
What
don't
was
we
your
get
idea?
donuts while we wait?
My idea was light the shops on fire.
My idea was to keep reading the book and see if I could find something else.
So we have a plan B and C.
Ellie, you're
Yes.
muted. I love it that I can always tell when you say "fuck me," I'm muted.
I love that. You're right. No, I just like as soon as Menredin talks about lighting shit on fire, I just like reach out my hand and just like clasp them in your I assume webbed hand. A little awkward, but it's fine. It's just like, yeah, solidarity. Fucking A, man. That's what is conveyed through that handling.
All right. So, do you want to roleplay for 2 hours of stuff, or do we want to say, tell me what your plan's going to look like, and we'll go right to.
I think the best bet. Who's the
So-
stealthiest?
I can turn into
Probably
animal.
Piranha right now, but I don't know. How about Grief, maybe?
Well, I can turn into like an animal, like a cat or something, and kind of wait up on a building so I have a clear view of the street. To see like if I see anyone kind of matching his description of like an elf going in and out of the businesses at sundown. And you guys can hide in like an alleyway nearby. And then when I see him, I'll come get you. And then I could cast Pass Without the Trace. And we can kind of follow him.
I like that idea because I am not stealthy.
I'm decently stealthy. My stealth is I have +8 stealth.
That's
So-
very good. That's pretty good stealth.
Do you want to stealth together, or what do you want to do? Do you want to stealth apart? Probably.
Yeah, you three
Is
will
that
be
you?
in an alley, is I think the plan. And
Yeah.
Grief will be on top of a building in animal form.
Yes, I will
Okay.
be waiting
Okay.
to see if I see anyone that matching his description. And then once I do, I'll come get you. I'll meet you in the alley, and then we can follow him. I'll cast Pass Without the Trace so we can all follow him so we don't have to split up.
Perfect.
Sounds
Cool.
good to me.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to flip over to this thing. And we're going to take a little break, and let's find out if combat ensues after our little break.
Oh, it's 9:30 already. Look at
Oh
that.
my goodness.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
Cool. All right, we'll take a 10-minute. We'll be back, and we'll see if our intrepid adventurers have combat or are stealthy enough to avoid combat. Uno momento. Let me switch the scene.
No, that's not big enough. No, that's not big enough either. That's more like it. We're delighted to have you with us. To add to your enjoyment, we're all wound up to bowl you over at intermission time with live wire service at our snack bar, where you'll find a tempting variety of favorite foods and beverages. Now it's showtime, folks. And you can be sure it's the best show in town. Your continued patronage is very, very welcome.
Setting up shop. We got a cleric paladin who is also setting up shop. We're going to call our consortium Praetor's Haberdashery Consortium. We don't sell hats.
Is we don't sell hats part of the name?
No, I just thought I'd clarify.
Oh,
I like it better if it was part of the name. Yeah, me too.
Oh,
That would be very funny.
I mean, I'm the head of it, so like we could add that to the name.
Yeah, we will then. We're gonna have shirts made. I gotta get their portraits all put together, and we're gonna have merchandise.
Oh my god!
This is gonna be awesome.
Praetor's Haberdashery Consortium. Parentheses. We don't sell hats.
I would buy one of those shirts.
It's intermission. Rise and stretch time. Time to refresh yourself and visit our snack bar. Got a yen for hot popcorn? Your favorite soft drinks are sparkling cold. The juicy Frank sizzling hot. There's delicious coffee, freshly brewed, and all kinds of ice cream and candy to tempt you. Showtime will be announced loud and clear to get you back to your car in time. So stretch your legs. Come to the snack bar now.
They don't really apply to level 0 characters.
They don't? Okay. All right. So then I won't grab them. I thought that crit might be that extra one. Okay. So here's the regular damage. Oh, say good night, Francis. Oh, that's Chip. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry, Chip.
Suck it, Chip.
Whoops. I thought
I'm sorry, sir. This is a private mountain. But I only wanted... This mountain is reserved for patrons. But it's a supply depot for all sorts of good things, which people can get at the snack bar. Like soft drinks, candy bars of all kinds, delicious popcorn, and refreshing ice cream treats. But I am a patron. Well, why didn't you say so? Be our guest.
And you're kind of at a point where you can't really wedge your way in there anymore. You're like,
Here, boy. Here, boy. Come. Here, boy. You can do it. Come on.
Yes, sir. May I help you?
I'd like 2 of those, please.
Hot dogs? Yes, sir.
And 3 of those. And 1 of those. And 5 bars of these. And a couple of that nice hot liquid.
Coffee. Coming right up.
Oh, and 2 bags of those peculiar white coffee material.
You mean our crunchy popcorn? Shall I wrap that for you, sir?
Oh, that's all right. My sauce are just outside.
They come from miles to enjoy our intermission.
I'm terribly sorry. Bjorn, you explode, and in your place is a sweet roll.
nice.
Hello there. Give the demonstration of my new invention, the goodies machine. The machine turns out delicious hot doggies one after the other. And thirst-quenching sodas also. Gives popcorn of the most tasty kind, plain unbuttered. Candy too, crunchy and dandy. Steaming hot coffee and ice cream too. These goodies are at our snack bar, just waiting for you.
private messenger. And do you know how to do that in Facebook? I mean, in Facebook, whatever. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
At least Facebook is still around.
Wow.
Hundreds of years into the future.
Why mess with a good thing,
Go ahead and
right?
clip that one, guys. You can send that one to me later, too. Thanks a lot.
As everyone knows, rainbows usually have a treasure at the end. Let's follow this one and see if we can find the pot of gold.
Oh, there, and I suppose you've come to claim me treasure.
Well, we'd like to see the gold first.
Anything that's better than gold in here, me lad. No, just look here, no.
Candy, refreshing soft drinks, popcorn, ice cream. Well, that's some treasure, but anyone can buy luscious treats like these at the snack bar.
You don't tell me. Do you suppose you could get me a job as a snack bar attendant?
Brass knuckles he's wearing, and the creature just.
How did the creature go?
One more time.
What? One more time?
No, that was it.
Like you crave that corn when it's freshly bobbed. You gotta beat it to the box with the butter on the top. Get with it, man. Start strolling down to the sweets that you're rolling, the best in town. Our candy's real gone, if I'm understood. To all you squares, that means the confection is positively delicious. Cork that stuff. Give me 5. Let me send you into this nutty jive. Go, man, go! It ain't very far. Shake it on down to this cool snack bar. Come on, Jill. Give us a treat. A friendly pepper-upper with a tasty beat.
Drink Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper, 'cause it never lets you down.
Frosty, man. Frosty.
People, we might be able to take care of that. I
I'm
understand.
gonna sing the doom song now.
Oh, God.
Doom, 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 da doom, doom, da doom, da doom, doom, da doom, 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 da doom, doom, da doom, doom. Doomy doomy, doom doom doom. The end.
Music to the ears of the hungry. The sizzle of a mouth-watering hamburger. Fresh, lean beef, done to a golden brown. Couched in a soft bun and garnished to taste. Man, that's hunger heaven. And you'll feel like you're heaven sent when you get one at our refreshment stand.
Happen. Let me see. Is there a deception check for a horse? Or does a horse have a? Ooh, it's going for the
deception for a horse.
All right, we're back. There is a desktop audio unmuted. All right, and let me switch us over to the scene and put some music on. Yay! All right. So I got to add Piranha too. I apologize since I wasn't sure Piranha was going to be joining us tonight.
I was
Gotta
very
add her to the
wishy-washy about it. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Anytime, my dear. Let me do. Piranha, where are you? There you are.
I'm eating yogurt.
There we go. Let's see, where do we want you guys to be? I think we're going to put you in... Well, alright. Here's the whole view of the street. Grief. Show me where Grief is going to be hiding on a building.
Okie dokie, hold on. Okay, so does that run, that's east to west?
It's east-west, correct.
And where are the buildings that...
So these
we
two
know are
buildings
the
across from each
businesses?
other are going to be the first two, and then he's going to continue on to the west, from what you know.
Okay. So he's continuing on to the west.
Yeah, I just have these. I just have these people here for now because I wanted them on the map. So
would he go along the street and then kind of make that little right-hand turn going down and then continue that way?
I will draw it on the map for you. So he's gonna move this way down the street. So
Gotcha. So I'm gonna. What are these little like?
They're
guard
little.
posts?
They're sort of like little gates between. There are a couple of residential houses there, and then
Okay.
those gates will. Then there's a couple of residential houses, and there's another set of gates after that, but it won't matter for the purposes of this. So you're gonna be on top of a little like 20-foot tall guard tower there.
Yeah. So I'll be right here,
All right.
kind of, so I
Then-
can have like a view of him walking down the street and then visiting the last two businesses.
All right. Then I'm assuming our intrepid adventurers will be in the shadow of the tower here. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you go and have your Nana Toppins donuts and your carbohydrate dinner, and I have my bourbon dinner. And you make your way back, maybe 15 or 20 minutes before dusk, and set yourself up here in the alleyway with Grief. Grief, what have you changed into, and how did you get up there?
I changed into a little pink cat. So I climbed on up. I'm assuming I would be able to as a cat. Cats are pretty nimble.
How are you, never mind, I'll ask later. So, after about 15 or 20 minutes, sunset falls, the streets, foot traffic is slowed down to a crawl, there doesn't appear to be many people on the streets. The sun is setting, the shopkeepers are closing up shop, and around from the corner down here comes a half-elf riding a sleek steed, followed by several guardsmen on foot. And he rides up to here, the guards come around, and he makes his way into the first business there on the north. The, what was it? The past?
Speaking
of the past. Yes. And he walks into the shop. His horse is here on the street. I'm gonna keep going unless anybody wants to do anything.
Wait. Hold up just a second, please. I would like to cast Hunter's Mark. Okay. You choose a creature you can see within range and mystically mark it as your quarry until the spell ends. You don't. Well, I'm not gonna. I want to cast on the horse. I'm not gonna attack the horse, so that doesn't matter.
Okay.
I have an advantage on.
You are within range.
Sorry.
Absolutely. I just did your range test.
Yeah. Okay. So it's up to an hour, and basically, wait. Oh wait. Sorry, I thought it was a tracking spell. That just means I get to attack it.
It does. Yeah. Do you want to go ahead and click on it and read it out loud?
I've been reading it. I just don't see it.
Usually, you know, like the location of the target,
quarry.
you put the mark on.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, perfect. Then yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm casting that.
Cool. All right. You cast Hunter's Mark on this elf. And I'm pulling up your character here. Hunter's Mark spells. Right. You choose a creature you see within range and mystically mark it as your quarry. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 damage to it whenever you hit it, and you have advantage on any wisdom or survival check to find it. So if you're tracking it, you have advantage. If the target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can use a bonus action to mark a different creature. But the cool thing is, for the next hour, you know where this elf is going to be.
Okay. Well, I tried to cast it on D&D Beyond, and I accidentally rolled damage, which I did not want to do damage to this horse.
It's
I clicked cast, it didn't do a damn thing, so I'm just going to assume one of my slots. Yeah, I just marked one of my slots as
You got it.
Got it. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. You have
When-
cast a spell.
When the elf came around the corner, do I see anything magical?
No. Hold on, let me look at something. No, you do not.
Once he goes into the second store,
Does anyone else want to do anything before he goes in or comes out of the first store?
So he just went into the store and he came back out.
He hasn't come back out yet. I'm just giving you guys an opportunity to do stuff before he does anything.
I mean, I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna constantly keep looking at him.
All right. He comes out of the first store and he has a little pouch that he's carrying in one hand, and he puts it into a bigger belt pouch, and he makes his way. So he went in here, and now he's gone into this store.
Once he goes into that store, I'm gonna hop down from the tower to where the rest of the party is.
Sure, you can control your characters. Do what you want.
And let them know. I'm gonna wild shape, dismiss my wild shape, and let them know that that is the guy. And then I will cast. Once he leaves, I will cast Pass Without a Trace on all of us.
Tell me how Pass Without a Trace works.
Sure can do that. 1 second. I think it's a +10 to any a veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection. For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a +10 bonus to stealth checks and can't be tracked except by magical means.
Nice.
A creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or other traces of its passage, and it lasts for an hour.
Got it. All right. He comes out of this, and they sort of make their way down to the rest of the street and hit the rest of the stores. Are you continuing to follow them? It is dark now. So
Can't we all see in the dark?
Yep. You do not need a paladin with, unfortunately for Senzin, you do not need aviator glasses of seeing in the dark tonight.
Is that what those are for?
Yeah. Well, the poor Dragonborn is the only one who can't. Yes, the poor Dragonborn is the only one who can't see in the dark. So, all right. I would like everyone to give me a stealth check at advantage.
With +10.
With +10 to your roll.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
I can't even find it. What's wrong with me?
Because you're not a stealth thing, so I don't think you've ever rolled it.
So that's a total of 30.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah. I got
31.
24.
All right.
Wait, are we supposed to add something to our...
+10,
roll?
and you roll twice, and take the better one.
Okay.
So let me know if anybody got below a 15 on their best roll. So basically, if anybody rolled a 5 or less on their best roll.
10, so...
Got it. All right. So the next hour passes, and he makes his way to all the stores. You are stealthily following him. It's pretty obvious that this spell is keeping you guys well cloaked. And after he's done with looks like the 7th store, the group starts to make his way to the west and to the sea wall. You make your way through the district, and you're approaching the city gates. As you approach the city gates, the guards sort of peel off, and he continues out of the city on his horse. What are you doing?
We follow after him.
Follow him.
Okay. The gates have not closed for the evening yet. He makes a turn to the south. He is following a strip of beach along a very tall cliff now. So the city is above you. He's on the beach below the cliff, and his horse is starting to canter, and it's picking up speed.
I don't think we can keep up with this horse.
I was about to ask what happened to our horses, and then I remembered we couldn't vote. And it was a big crisis.
I don't think you're going to do combat, so I'm going to switch back to the RP scene. You actually managed to not get in fight with him, which is good. Maybe. I'll give you a little time to talk about it before I say he's getting out of your range.
Can I? No.
I had an idea, but I would have have to touch the horse, and it would have to be a willing horse, and I can't tell that this horse is actually willing, and I don't want to coerce it. So.
Could I follow him if I was flying? I don't know how long I can fly.
Look and see. Click on fly and see what it says. Duration.
You can fucking fly?
You don't know that yet. I don't think she's cast it yet.
Alright. Holy damn.
Where did it go?
Are we?
There it is.
Are we in the water or like by the water?
Yeah.
It doesn't. Oh, it's only for 10 minutes.
What's a horse's movement speed?
At a canter. Let's find out. I'll look in the horse. How about a? There we go. Riding horse. 60 feet. Can you keep up with it in the water?
No, I think in the water my movement speed's only 40.
Here, are there any horses we could borrow?
There's somebody who could be a horse.
Oh, hey!
Yeah, but I can't carry like everyone with me. And I would lose concentration on my pass without a trace.
Yep.
Oh, that's a good point.
If we did that and you happened to decide that you were a willing beast, I could see. No, never mind. That's not going to be good for you. I was going to say I could see through your eyes, but I'd basically be warging you, and that probably is not a very chill thing to propose to a sentient individual.
Who has the highest passive perception? Tell me what your passive perception is. Should be on the left-hand side of your character sheet.
14.
11.
14.
Actually, you know what? Piranha just realizes you know where this guy's going to be for the next hour. If you can get horses quick, you could probably follow him.
All right, let's get horses. Let's go. I've got him for an hour. Chop, chop.
And oddly enough, imagine that there are stables by the gates for people coming in and out who need to stable their horses.
Are there 4 white horses?
So you make your way. There's one right by the gate, and oddly enough, it's called the Westgate Stables.
Perfect.
Wow.
Excellent.
Who'd have thought?
We just really need to borrow these super duper quick. I would like to use persuasion.
Wait. We really need your horses, but we want the best price ever. Okay.
Not even price. I just want to borrow them.
Is it like one person?
It's I mean it's actually a young guy. You know, dad's having dinner with his mother, and it's the stable master's son, and he's looking at you and he says, "Well, I can't lend you the horses. I can sell you the horses."
I cast Charm Person.
Your new best friend is Buddy the Stable Boy.
Yes. Please just lend me horses, please.
There's a whispering in the background. A whispering. And those of you who are magically inclined hear something whispering, "Sugar Mama, Sugar Mama."
Oh no.
I swear to God. I mean, Sugar Mama or Splenda Mama? Are we talking sugar or are we talking Splenda? Let's be real.
It's inside
sugar.
joke. Inside joke. Sugar Mama.
Mm.
Someone has charmed horses before by giving them cubes of sugar.
Oh my God, I love this.
So, all right, you've got a charmed stable boy. Obviously, he's not gonna like get beaten by his dad for giving away horses, so he'll sell them to you for. Let's see. I gotta look. Price of horse.
Can we sell them back in a few hours if they don't work out for us?
I don't even know.
What's the return policy?
Yeah.
What's the return policy on these horses?
I have one whole lump of ambergris I am willing to give him.
So Mednerden reaches into her pouch, and as she opens it, this stench just overpowers everything. And what was the term that Senzin used?
I believe it was an aquatic fecal odor.
Something to that effect.
And she plops down, basically whale poop on the counter.
That's very stinky.
But he knows what it is since he's at the sea gate, and he's like, "Yeah, we'll take that. Sure. Do you need tack too?"
Yes.
You know what? Here, and he pulls it out.
Change. And she'll need change from that.
I can't give you gold. I can't. My father would have my hide.
Just carve off a chunk of ambergris.
He takes a knife out from under. He carves off a chunk at the end, and he's like, "You can have that." And he gets some oiled cloth, and he's wrapping up the ambergris, and he's like putting it under the table. And he leads you into the stable, and this has only taken about 10 minutes. Piranha can feel the rider moving south along the King's Road.
Okay.
And
How fast do we need to ride to catch up from a,
You feel like he's, as a ranger, you're sensitive to movement and how fast things are moving in the wilderness, on the open ground. He's cantering. He is not pushing his horse hard. So if you push your horses hard, you could probably catch up to him before the hour's up.
Okay, he's being pretty lackadaisical. If we shove on, we'll be nearby enough.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Sounds good.
You mount up on your horses, and you exit the city to the west and turn left along the beach and the cliff. You eventually make your way to the King's Road going south, and in about a half an hour of hard riding, you see a horse rider off in the distance, and Piranha is pretty sure, she's certain, that it is Feral. F-A-E-R-L, not F-E-R-A-L. It sounds like what I'm saying, but anyway.
Every time you say it, I think okay. Yeah, we're all a little feral these days, but okay. I communicate my insights to my party.
So we should maintain a distance as we continue to follow him?
Are we still hidden?
No. Oh, well, actually, are you? How long does past another... Well, you had to drop it to talk to the...
An hour.
I mean, if you stayed outside, I don't think you actually did any speaking to the shopkeeper, did you?
Is he alone? How big is his party?
There are 4 of you. Oh, it's just him. Yeah. It's just him. He's a lone rider. Him? Yep.
With all of that loot? Okay, he's either packing something that I'm afraid of not in retrospect, ahead of time, or he's an idiot, or he's very cocky.
Give me an insight check.
Fuck, that's only a 10. Is there any chance that I'm rolling an advantage? Was there anything
look, at a 10. 10 is base level. You know what? He would have to be supremely stupid to be traveling alone on, at night with that much money. So odds are good that he can take care of himself.
Okay.
Yeah, Piranha is pretty clear about that, being who and what she is.
I'm gonna cast Without a Trace again, but this time I'm including the horses.
Okay.
So Menredin, we shouldn't just take his cash box.
Well, I was waiting for a Piranha. I'm just gonna shoot him.
Well, do we hate this guy? I feel y'all.
We kind of need to know where he's going, right? Because we want to see if we can find that Lord Visalis motherfucker.
Yeah, we just want him for information. I don't have anything against him yet.
He hasn't deserved his death yet.
Should we just try to approach him and see if he'll talk shop with us, or what do you guys think is gonna happen?
I vote we keep following him from a distance just to see where he ends up going, because even if we try to talk to him, there's no guarantee that he's gonna offer up any information.
Yeah.
And maybe where he's going will give us some information.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Okay, I will I reluctantly put my bow back. I like try to casually slide it back. Like I was just flexing. I was just stretching.
I
That
turn
wasn't
to
about to shoot him.
Piranha and I'm like, don't worry. The first sign of combat, you can be the first one to give a little shoot with your bow.
Perfect.
All right, so you're gonna just follow him.
Yeah, that's cool with everyone else.
Yep.
I'm not even gonna make you pass without a trace is just crazy, so I'm not gonna have you guys stealth check. You are the stealthiest things in existence right now, and after only about another 15 minutes, you arrive at a small village on the side of the King's Road, and there's a sign right outside the village called Green Fast. And he rides into the village and pulls up, stops up at the stables, dismounts, and goes in. You know, the stables is connected to a tavern, and that's where he's gone. And if you flip over to the Owlbear Rodeo, I will show you the village of Greenfast. So there you are, in the village of Greenfast. And this, let me see, I gotta look at my map over here. Village of Greenfast. G1, G2, G2. This is the stable and a tavern called the Bubbling Cauldron. So let's say you guys have followed him in. Let me change that color to red so everybody can see it. You have followed him in down this road here, and you are just around the bend here. So that's where your party is right now. Make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And he has crossed this little... Oh, wait. Never mind.
Is it?
That's a river.
We can't follow that. That's a river.
river.
So remind me, I have a story to tell you guys off stream about that let's say you have come in from the north then. You've come in this way.
I'm trying to figure out what's on cliffs, what's a river.
Yeah, it's not very well drawn. So there's just a bunch of houses. There's no huge cliffs. Like that's the, over here, this stuff is maybe 5 or 10 feet tall, not even 5 feet. And he has come into town, crossed this little bridge, and gone into the Bubbling Cauldron. What is it called?
Okay.
The Bulging Cauldron.
Bulging Cauldron.
The Bulging Cauldron.
Oh, I don't like that.
That sounds like botulism.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
You shouldn't eat anything that's bulging.
When I have the name of something, I'm so happy with myself that I'm like, I don't have to make it up on the spot. And then you guys are like, no, that's awful.
I'm sorry, Seth, but bulging, Seth, you work with enough folks like me to know that the word bulging has a little bit of weight behind it.
It's the limey ricket. There you go.
So we went from botulism to rickets.
Rickets, I know, right?
Like
It's
rickettsia.
All right, fuck all y'all. It's the cauldron. What are you doing at the cauldron?
Apparently catching all sorts of nasty bacteria.
Don't eat the food. That's what I'm learning.
Oh my God.
We're gonna get Marsa.
Squirrel. Sorry, what?
I thought, well, shit. How do we want to play this? He hasn't seen us, right? He's never
No,
with
you guys, there is this shroud of night around you. No one is going to see you right now.
Ooh.
How much time do we have left in it?
Ask Grief. I don't know.
It was an hour, so.
So you half hour hard riding, 15 minutes following him. You've got about 15 minutes left. So whatever you want to do, you can do right now until Grief decides affirmatively to drop the shroud.
Are there any windows?
Yeah, there's plenty. I mean, it's probably about 50 by 50 on each side. So it's, part of it's the stables and part of it's a little inn tavern.
Can we go to the section where there's the inn tavern area and kind of try to peer into the window just to see where he is in the tavern, if he's meeting with anyone?
Sure. Where are you? Tell me exactly how you're doing it. Explain to me who's doing it and how. I guess you could all do it, right? And you could even do it on your horses because of that stupid spell.
Yeah, I mean, we could put the horses up in the stable at this point. All right, right. We don't really need the horses anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a stable person, so you'd have to probably drop the spell to do that, right?
Well,
or you could just
I
leave
say
them
we
standing
just
out
stay
front.
on the horses for now.
I mean, we could just give, like, they're kind of like, the horses are sneaky too, so, you know what? The horses are fine. They can
Okay.
they'll hang out.
So I'm just picturing you all as ring wraiths now, just riding up to the front door of the little tavern and just looking in. And you do. You see that Farrell is there, and he's just sitting at the bar having what looks to be a late dinner.
What do my fish eyes see?
Your fish eyes? Let's see, if anything. Nothing. You just see what looks to be a common room in a pub with some locals having dinner. There is a halfling behind the counter. He is an elderly halfling gentleman, and he's serving ale and what looks to be some sort of seafood stew.
Can we wait for, like, 10 minutes to see if anyone comes to meet him, and then if not, I can drop the spell, and then we can go in and kind of sit and assess the situation from inside?
Sure. You ride out the rest of the spell, and he's just sitting in the common room until the spell is about to end. Unless there's anything you want to do.
I am a performer. I am a people person. I know how to read body language.
Sure.
Does he look like he's waiting for somebody, or does he look like he's just doing his own thing, about to go to bed?
This would be yet another insight check. Sorry for all you perception people.
How do I suck at both insight and perception?
I have no idea, because you threw it all at now.
17.
Okay. He does not have the air of someone who is waiting on a meeting. He has the air of someone who's very comfortable and in the middle of a routine. That's sort of what you glean from your insight. Like, this seems to be just sort of his daily routine.
Veronica, maybe you should go talk to him. Give him some jerky.
Oh, that's right. He hasn't seen you guys yet.
Yeah, that has been my inclination this whole time. I don't want to fuck with our spells. So whenever y'all are ready, I would actually love to.
Once we have like 5 minutes left, I will drop the spell, and we can kind of like set the horses up in the stable, and then we can make our way in if that works for everyone.
Where should we? Yeah, you tell me when, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see if I can make friends with this dude. I'm pretty.
Who gets the inspiration, my green boy? We'll find that out in a second. Piranha and the rest of the party make their way up to the door, and you open the door. It is the common room of a very cheerful tavern. It's got a warm, homey feel, and it's filled with locals and your half-elven friend at the bar.
I'm going to go sidle up.
I will go find. Is there an empty table?
No. It's there's a lot of. This is the only bar in town, so there's 5 or 6 seats at the bar and no empty tables.
Is there an empty seat at the bar?
5 or 6 empty seats.
Are they
Farrell's
close
the
to
only
him,
one standing there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and hold on, my green boy asked who has no inspiration. Grief, you have 1. Just everybody get that 1 to begin with.
I think we spent all of ours and haven't gotten any back.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to choose between Shazara and Piranha. So there you go, my green boy. We'll see in a minute. But that said, you sidle up to the bar, and Farrell just looks at you and shrugs and goes back to eating. And the halfling comes up to you and says, "Ah, how are you? My name's Fargo. You can call me Old Fargo. My son's Little Fargo.
Oh.
Not younger Fargo?
Nah,
Oh,
Little
so
Fargo.
something-
He's a little bit of a thing.
Where's he at?
He looks down at the end of the bar at Farrell, and he's, damn sycophants. He's gone off doing whatever Vialis does with his sycophants.
Sorry to hear that.
Anyway, what can I get you?
What's good?
Well, I mean, we got bread, cheese, some local fruits. I got a good stew. Brew the ale myself.
Yourself? No. Really? No.
Yeah.
How's that? What's that like?
He launches into an incredibly detailed discussion about brewing, and
Homebrewing.
I'm assuming you are very into it, and the rest of the party is bored to shit.
Yep.
So, while this is going on, does anybody else want to do anything?
Well, he mentions Vialis. So who was he complaining about? I wasn't listening. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Vialis sounds like a fantasy erectile dysfunction drug.
Because it sounds
Viagra
like
and Cialis. Viagra and Cialis. It's Vialis. It's like, we get what you're doing here. He's a
It
lame
sounded
dick
more
little
like
piece
a
of shit.
venereal disease, like syphilis. Vialis.
I love you guys.
So we're suddenly like 30 minutes outside of the main city, and the bartender just openly is complaining about the guy that just like fucking vanishes.
He didn't actually ask anybody if they knew where he was.
Oh, well, I guess,
Well, we asked the guy
we
who bought his
asked
house.
the new lord.
And then we asked the people who work at his shops, and they're like, who the fuck is that guy? So, like, we asked the people who realistically would kind of know who the guy is.
Gotcha.
So was he talking about his son going off?
Yeah, he was pissed. It was pretty clear he was pissed that his halfling son is following the sycophant Vialis.
So, who is this guy that your son is following?
He's this crazy old coot moved here a couple of years ago.
To this village?
Everybody give me a perception check.
Perception or insight?
Perception. And
Dirty
Piranha
20.
got the
Oh
inspiration
my
for making the
gosh,
ED joke.
I am rolling
Also
like
a dirty
crap
20.
today.
All right. Anyone who rolled over an 18. That's at least two
Not
of you,
even
right?
close.
Yeah, I'm doing great tonight, actually.
All right. So anyone who rolled over an 18 sees Farrell sort of get up from the table and start to make his way towards the door as you guys are having this conversation. And there's drink and food left in front of him.
Do you know where he lives?
I nudge, like, while we're talking, I'm kind of like, so I do the thing on Trixie that I Clover B do on my dog Wally, where I do like a triple tap in quick succession, which means like get up and go. And hopefully Trixie knows that means like follow that dude.
Is the door open or closed?
I mean, it's a tavern door, so it opens and closes when people want to come in and out.
Is there a lock on it?
Sure.
Hold up.
Can I lock it?
You can. So, all right. I'm going to go around the table.
No. Give me 2 seconds.
You got it.
I cast Beast Sense on Trixie.
Okay.
And she does exactly what Menvin just.
Are you sure you want to do that?
No, I'm not. JK, no, I don't. I'm not gonna do it.
I'm like,
I just
Piranha
got,
drops senseless to the ground.
No, that's crazy. What?
You can wreck on that.
What are you even talking about? No, that was my friend. My friend took my phone and was saying that to me.
All right. So let me go around the table. I know what Menredin is doing. Is Piranha doing anything?
minding her fucking business at this point.
How about Shazara?
I'm gonna press to digitize the lock.
So you're gonna try to slide the bolt in the lock?
Yeah, just to slow him down.
And is Grief doing anything?
I would like to ask the bartender where this Vialis guy lives.
All right. So let me go around, and all of this is happening at the same time. Okay, so we'll have to deal with it all. Ella, is Piranha okay with Trixie doing what Menredin has indicated?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Shazara, you just sort of twiddle your fingers at the door, and the bolt slides home. And Grief, as you're asking the question, you can tell that old Fargo doesn't want to say much about it because his body language is pretty clearly he's kind of scared of Farrell. So he points. So he points out the window. And he's pointing. Flip over back to the thing. G3 would be... So right over here. I'll flip over on this scene too just so everybody else can see. He's pointing at this house right here. So you'd have to come out the front, cross that little bridge, and go on over. And again, these are only like 3 or 4 feet differences in height, so it's not like he's up on a cliff or anything. Make sense?
Cool. Yep.
So all that happens. Trixie sort of is on the ground right now. She's just kind of miming being a regular cat. And she's scoots her way over towards the door. Farrell gets to the door. He's like, "Did you lock this?" And he just slides the bolt and opens the door. Anybody doing anything?
I'm not.
Okay.
Well, has he left yet?
He is walking out the door right now.
Okay. I'm gonna wait till he leaves then.
Okay. The door slams shut behind him, and the spellcasters among you hear a spell from outside.
Uh-oh.
What
Can
spell?
we tell what it is?
You can run to a window and look.
I definitely do that.
I will do that.
Farrell has disappeared.
Unless it's a spell that I don't want to see through a window.
Yeah, nope, he has disappeared.
Oh.
I was muted, but I did just say "son of a bitch." I just wanted to share that.
Well, if he is heading to his boss's house, I say we better head that way quickly.
As the door slams and you hear the sound from outside, old Fargo beckons you back and says, Hey. All right, so I don't know what's going on out there, but there's this old tower that Vialis has been fixing up off in the woods. He spends most of his time there, and if you're here to stop him, that's where you should go. And bring my son home.
Is he at the tower?
I haven't seen him in days, and I'm scared. I'm worried that there's something unwholesome going on there.
Can he point us in the direction of the tower?
We will do everything we can to bring your son back if he's there.
He gives you perfect directions that it's only about a half mile off into the woods.
Are there other
Oh,
people
and
whose children have fallen?
since not
Wait.
here, can somebody else flash a badge?
One at a time? Okay, I got that. Piranha?
Are there other people in town whose children have fallen victim in the same way?
I believe so. I believe the mayor's daughter is part of this. Yeah.
Oh,
And
so we'll be like heroes
Well,
if we take this guy out.
he looks around and he says, "There's none of them in here now, but a lot of the villagers have fallen sway too, so be careful."
Yep, I say, don't worry, and I hold up the ghost book and an upside down badge. It's like, we're here to help.
That's right. That's right.
Thanks for covering the badge.
All right. I'm assuming at this point you guys are going to make your way to the tower in the wilderness, yes?
Yep.
Yes.
And hopefully there aren't a bunch of villagers who are going to follow us.
I also would like to point out that the badge, it does say the town name, but she definitely like painted over it with Eric.
Perfect.
Aww.
That's very sweet.
Are you taking the horses or are you leaving the horses? It's about a 15-minute walk, a 5-minute ride.
Well, let's take them, right?
Take them.
It's more dramatic if we take them.
Yeah, storming the tower on our horses.
All right.
And we can get out faster if we need to.
Yeah, we can
exit strategy.
Run the fuck away.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Then, you make your way through the woods in the dark of night. The moon is gleaming overhead, and amid a grove of gnarled scrub trees, you see a half-fallen over stone tower. There's rough workers' tents, piles of timbers, and tools scattered all around that shows that the site appears to be under some sort of construction, though little headway seems to have been made in restoring the tower to any semblance of stability. I'm gleaming, y'all. What do you do?
Are there people outside?
You don't see any. I mean, it's nighttime. There's no one walking around. There are some tents.
Do I see magics?
You do not see anything magic here.
So there's like a front door.
There is. So as you draw closer, you actually see that the signs of construction appear to be spurious. The timbers that would have been used to prop things up are several years old and beginning to rot from being left out in the rain. The tools look like they've been lying on the ground for years and they're rusting. And there is a freshly excavated set of what look to be very cleanly cut stairs right at the base of the tower that lead down.
I would like to establish a protocol right now that we can all remember going forward. Because I'm very stealthy, and I have Trixie here, and Trixie, we all know and love her. I'd like to stealthily take my time and go ahead of the rest of the party.
Okay.
But if, for some reason, I cannot come back and give a report, I will send Trixie, and she will give a signal either I am dead, incapacitated, or otherwise just not able to extract myself, and she will communicate with you.
Okay. I said 1 meow, 2 meows, 3 meows.
Sure.
Works for me.
All right.
Wait.
Go ahead.
1 meow
I'm gonna
is...
flip over. Go ahead.
We're gonna go. 1 meow is, oh, she just says it's crazy. She just can't get out of the closet because, there's a bunch of sitcom shit happening. 2 meows is, I literally physically cannot extract myself and it's probably dangerous. 3 meows is calls sense and last rites. That's where we're at.
Got it.
So, just wanted to establish that ahead of time and suggest or offer to stealth ahead, or, whatever.
Cool. All right, let me pull up. Excellent. All right, and you are walking forward and going to stealthily try to make your way down the stairs?
If the party agrees.
I'm good with it.
I'm fine with that.
So should we maintain like a distance behind you? Kind of let you scout up ahead, but not get too far, just in case you run into trouble.
Give me X minutes Seth, you tell me the amount of time that I should actually like. I know that there's turns and stuff. Like, how long should I actually? I'm gonna lean
Sure.
on you for this one.
All right. What I would like you to do is give me a stealth check.
Well, that's only a 12. Wait, what's our terrain?
You are in. I'd say this is forest.
That's one of my favorite, right?
It is one of your favorite terrains.
So that's 22.
All right. You think you are being incredibly stealthy, and you sneak up to the stairs. You sort of meld yourself against the wall, and in the shadows, you start to make your way down the stairs.
Okay.
And they descend about 30 feet. And I'm gonna actually
They descend.
The stairs
descends?
descend. Yep. I need
Oh,
to
God. Okay.
put Piranha on this map. And name Piranha. And let's say you stop right around there, and I will describe the room to you.
Okay.
Stairs descend about 30 feet before opening into a chamber of worked stone. 2 braziers flank the entrance, burning with an unnatural aquamarine light. Pillars stand in 2 rows, carved with visages of otherworldly, demonic creatures. A fountain flows quietly at the far end of the room in front of a double door. Another door stands along the west wall. Opposite that appears to be a collapsed tunnel.
How the collapsed
And-
tunnel.
Well, hold on. You are actually stealthy enough. There are some nasty things in here.
Thank God.
There are some crazy looking, what look to be 5 foot wide brains with tentacles hanging from underneath them.
Wow.
2 of those and 4 people in cultist looking robes. And they are the cultists are gathered around the fountain at the bottom of the room. And these 2 things are just sort of floating around in front. And I think I put it in here. I did. This is what they look like.
Wow.
Ugh.
I don't like that. I don't love it.
You are apparent. Right now, it looks like you are unseen. Is there anything you would like to do?
I'm gonna get the fuck out of Dodge before they notice me.
That sounds like a plan.
I'm gonna go back and convey everything I just saw to my party.
Could you see any of the faces of the cultists?
I've told you exactly what I know.
Could she see any of the faces of the cultists?
She could not. Nope.
Okay.
They were gathered around the fountain at the bottom of the room.
Oh, right. So their backs would have been to her.
Yep.
So we should go and take the element of surprise and get the jump on them.
Yes.
Tell me what you're gonna do.
So can
This is
we?
very intimidating.
Can we sneak back in, like all of us, and try to take them by surprise and attack them?
You could, sure.
Can any of you roll something? Can any of them roll something that, as I describe, an effervescent detail what these creatures look like? Can anyone see if they can roll to see if that strikes a chord with them?
I
Oh.
can do it.
Piranha, you can roll survival, but it's gonna be arcane for everybody else.
All right, I'll do. Oops. What am I doing?
That's a dirty 20.
15.
18.
All right. You have heard tell of these awful, awful things. They're called Grell. And I gotta open that in another tab, and I will see what I can read to you about them. Let's see. I'm gonna open link a new tab. Yada yada yada. All right. They resemble bulbous floating brains with wide, sharp beaks. They're rumored to have 10 tentacles that are made of hundreds of ring-shaped muscles sheathed in tough, fibrous hide. Sharp barbs line the tips of each tentacle. And By all accounts, they're venomous. They have no eyes, and they float by means of a kind of levitation. That's what you remember about them.
Do they speak spells?
You're not aware of that. They are magical creatures by their very nature, so they may have some sort of innate magical abilities, but they do not cast spells as you would understand that.
They're gross.
Thoughts?
My thoughts are they are reminiscent of the very things that my people were raised to eradicate.
I'm gonna lightning bolt them. Sorry, never mind. What?
Yeah. I kind of wanna squish them.
Did you say that aloud?
Yeah.
Wait, what don't you like about them?
They, so you know how my people don't really like anything that's like moderately arcane.
You all remember that Menredin's people don't like things with too many tentacles.
Yeah. This would be one of those things. And like, they're not nice like Eric.
You gonna get in there and just slash and smash?
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright. Done.
So
Got you.
I have like an AoE spell that I could use to kind of try to knock them prone. And it could probably get all of them.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Choice. Bitchin'.
I also have a similar thing that I could do.
All right.
Ooh, what's yours?
Thunderwave.
I have Tidal Wave.
Aw, Oceanic sisters.
Friends.
Ocean.
All right,
I'm
tell me
actually
what the
from the
plan is,
forest.
and we'll make it happen.
So yeah, we should go try to sneak in to take them by surprise. And then I could cast Tidal Wave
Okay.
first, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Unless anyone else has another spell or something, that would be a better option.
I can cast.
I mean, Piranha, as the stealthiest person in the absence of Dauphine, you realize that once you don't know what Tidal Wave does, but you know what Thunder Wave does, and anyone in a mile radius is gonna know what's happening if Thunder Wave happens.
Okay. So my thought was that I was going to let the magic people go in and do their shit, and then I was going to come in and pick things off. Should I just stealth in and get my opportunity attacks and like just get
You're
some hits
all
in?
gonna get a free attack right in the beginning. It's all gonna happen at the same time.
Well, can everybody stay 10 feet away from me?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that room's
Try
gonna
to.
be big enough.
And you're not certain if the Grell even have the sensory things to be scared.
Yeah, that wouldn't. I think with the Grell, I'd rather just like blast him with something that I know is vaguely likely to work.
All right. Well, tell you what then. Why don't we all roll for initiative, and you guys can all go, and it'll all happen at the same time. Tell me what your surprise attack is going to be.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm still clicking around.
Piranha's got a 14 for initiative. Grief's
I
got...
also have a 14.
I've got
Cool.
a 15.
And Shazara's got a...
Oh, sorry, I haven't actually rolled yet. Oh,
Wow.
look at that.
I don't think you've ever actually rolled that good.
I don't think it's certainly not this game.
All right, Shazar is up first, and Menredin is going to be on deck after some cultists. But you guys are all going to get your free attack first, and then we'll go to combat rounds. So I will go through initiative order for your free attack. What is move yourself into the room, and show me where you are for your surprise attack.
Oh. The map was bigger than expected.
I'm having the issue again where, like, I'm having trouble moving. Like, I can move, it's just sort of choppy.
It is, because it's trying to lock you into the grids.
Oh, okay. Alright, so I got 2 brains and 4 cultists to go after.
What are these circles next to the stairs?
They're the stairs going down.
Braziers?
Those are braziers with aquamarine fire coming up from them.
Do we want to be on the stairs, or can we move to where we're going to be during our surprise attack?
I will let you run into the room with surprise, wherever you want to be. They are not. They are not expecting an attack.
I'm going to. I mean, I'm just gonna do Toll of the Dead.
Okay.
And
So
we'll
I'm gonna put
see.
you
I gotta
here.
pick something.
You toll the dead. You reach out with your hands, and a gong sounds, and this necrotic energy waves off you and goes after. What do you want to go after?
I want to go after. Let's see. I want to go after the brain to the right.
To the right. So Grell 2.
Yeah.
And I have to do a con save.
Let me check. Toll's the Dead.
Hey, thanks for the raid.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. All right, the Grell rolls a 14. What was it? Your spell DC is a 15, isn't it?
I believe so. I'm trying to find it. 16.
All right, so it fails, and on a failure, it takes full damage.
I believe so. Let's see. Spells damage increases by 1 die when you reach 5th level.
Yep. I think it does. It takes full damage on a thing. So 14. All right, so Shazara steps into the room, the gong sounds, and this necrotic energy just sort of like shrivels some of the tentacles of the Grell, and part of the brain falls off and plops onto the floor. All right, what is Menredin doing for her free surprise action?
Menredin is actually going to do a 1-2 punch with Grief, so she is waiting for Grief's spell to go off first.
Okay, hold your action. Grief is next.
Okay, I am going to kind of step forward and I will cast Thunderwave. So I just not Thunderwave, Tidal Wave.
Okay.
Got my waves confused.
Tell me what happens. Explain it.
So from my little component pouch, I grab a little vial of water and I kind of put it in my little palm of my hand, and then I clap it together. And then when I bring my hands up, a tidal wave forms right in front of. So it will get Grow 1, 2, Cultist 1, 2, and 4. It's not gonna get 3.
Got it.
So it comes crashing down on them, and they have to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right.
They have to make Dex 15.
All right. So Grell 1. That is a fail. Grell 2 is Dex saving throw. That is a fail. And Cultist 1, 2, and 4?
Yes.
Alright. There's Cultist 2. Wait, no. There it is. Dex. 16?
Saves.
So, alright, Cultist 1 saves. Cultist 2 saves. And 4? Cultist 4 fails. What happens on a failure?
So Grell 1, 2, and Cultist 4 will take 20 points of damage.
Ouch!
They'll take bludgeoning damage. Cultist 1 and 2 will take half that, and those who failed will be knocked prone.
Got it. All right, and then cultists 1, 2, and 4 die.
Well, shit.
There's gonna be nobody left for Piranha to hit with an arrow.
Well, now it is.
I just really hope one of those wasn't the dude's son. We're supposed to trust
I
you.
know.
Right? That's what I was
Oh, I
afraid
forgot
of.
about that.
None of
Sometimes
them look to be
sacrifices have to be made.
halflings. None of them look to be halflings. So, all right. Grill 1 and 2 are. I don't know if they can even be put prone. Let me see. They levitate. So I'm going to say no. And I'm going to actually, since that thing was so powerful, Cultist 3 is prone too, just for shits and giggles. But
Okay.
they get smashed to the ground and they just sort of levitate back up.
Like
They took-
balloons.
they took the full damage though.
Okay. That's fine.
All right. Who is on deck?
Me.
What was Menridin going to do?
Menridin was gonna run forward and then blast outwards with a trademark thunder wave.
All right. Am I deck saving again for all three of them?
It's a con save, actually.
It's a con save. Got it. All right. That one's dead. All right. Con save for Cultist 3. 15? Your DC is a 16, isn't it?
It probably is. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Yeah, it's a 16.
All right, that's a fail. Oh, sorry, I did a con. I'll let it go. Grant the next. Oh my God! Next, so critical fumble for Grell 2. All right, fine. Grell 1 failed, so Grell 2 fails critically. Thanks, guys. How much damage on a fail?
So on a fail, it takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away.
Go ahead, roll damage.
Oh, sorry. That's 2d8 is for a first level. Because I'm a warlock, everything was upcast to 3rd level, so it's actually 4d8.
You know, there's enough tentacle love in this show already.
So that's 24
Grells don't need any
damage.
more, Papa Prater. All right. You kill Grell 1.
So, and because it's a 15-foot cube, I should hit all 3.
Yep. Oh, you know, Cultist 3 is fine paced. In true Menridin style, Cultist 3 is fine paced. And Grell 2 is pushed into the hallway here.
Yep.
Of the collapsed thing. Piranha.
Sorry. What is left for me to even hit?
Grell 2.
Grell 2. Okay. Well, notch and fire, baby.
Hold on. I gotta do 24 damage on that one. Alright. You are... Step into the room. Well, no, I guess you can hit from there. It looks like you have line of sight.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Roll to attack. Tell me what you get.
I get 3 attacks, right?
If you hit with the first one.
Okay. Well, shit. Well, that's a 9.
You have inspiration, right?
Yes, you do. You have 1 inspiration. Do you want to spend it
how-
now or wait until somebody throws a spell at you later?
I don't
save it.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna save it. Is that my turn then?
You get 1 more attack.
Wait, one more. Okay. Yeah, we'll do it. 13.
That is a hit.
Oh, not diggity shit. That's good.
They're floating balloons, basically. Holy shit!
25?
Seriously?
How on the? Wow. Well, 25 points of
Yeah.
damage apparently.
Yep.
Dang.
All right. So how do you want to do it? How do you kill the floating brain with tentacles?
As cleanly as possible. Those things look pretty gnarly, and I don't have to walk through it later.
All right. You pierce it through, right through the center of the brain, and it just sort of deflates and fizzles and plops to the ground with a sickening plop.
Yeah. Okay.
Now that said, you know, the entire building, the entire structure shuddered when the thunder wave went off. So anything else that is here definitely knows you're here.
I
We
mean,
know
it's
how to
better
make an
bring
entrance.
them. It's better to bring them to us. We could filter them in, take them out, you know.
All right, so are you moving into the
theory.
room?
I assume none of the cultists are Vialis, and none of them are halflings.
Nope, they all look to be. Unfortunately, you appear to have killed some villagers. You don't know who they are, but
They're found to warn them.
That's what they get for following that nonsense.
You shouldn't join cults if you don't want to get killed.
Well,
alrighty then.
Or at least if you're going to join a cult, like, you gotta rise up the ranks a lot faster.
Have to suck a lot more dick.
I am not making a Grell joke. I am not making a Grell joke. I am not making a Grell joke. Anyway.
What is this room over here?
Well, I mean, are you gonna look around this room?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's no bodies for us to loot.
Yeah, they're all kind of fine paced, thanks to Menardin. The fountain seems to have normal water, but there is a silver cup sitting on the edge. And the western door is locked.
I pick up the cup.
Your eyes show that the pool and the cup together seem to be some sort of magic.
Oh, I want to take a drink, but the drink might be cursed.
Splash it on the
Don't
door.
drink
Splash it on the door.
Kool-Aid.
Splash it on the door. Splash it on the door. Just see. Before you
What
ingest
kind?
anything, do
Yeah.
anything else you can do with it.
Can you tell what kind of magic?
Oh, I can tell what kind of magic.
Divination.
Oh, I definitely take a drink.
All right. You take a drink, and you have a sense that for the next minute you get a bonus on a roll. Like
Cool.
something is guiding you from beyond.
Cool. You said the room to the west is locked?
The doorway to the west is yes, and the Grell is dead. Let me get it off the map.
Is there anything like to the south? Like, is there any?
There's a set of
door
double
there?
doors to the south.
Oh, okay.
Can you tell anything with your arcana and your whole magic eyes and all of that? If you bottled that, would that just be like inspiration in a bottle?
Give me an arcana check.
Not I. Someone actually proficient.
Absolutely it would, Menredin.
I don't know if I believe you looking at what I rolled.
May I roll?
Sure.
I can check.
15?
You're not sure, Grief.
I don't know. I think maybe. I wouldn't do it.
24.
Shazar is looking at Menredin like she's crazy.
Yeah, no.
Just thought.
Oh man, I want.
But Menredin's
to...
absolutely convinced she could bottle it and have inspiration in a bottle.
Yep.
You could try.
Yep. I'm gonna bottle it and sell it to people. Newest branch.
Oh, you're going
Sarge shakes her head.
Newest branch of Eric Industries. I want in this room, but I do not know how to open locks. Do I have prestidigitation?
Could I open a
I don't.
lock if I didn't have the key?
If you had thieves' tools.
I don't have thieves' tools.
Can I check to see if the door is trapped in any way?
Sure. Give me a sleight of hand check.
21.
It does not appear to be trapped.
All Are any of us strong? I mean, we're all kind of.
That's it.
We're all kind of noodle armed, aren't we?
Yeah.
I think Piranha is probably pretty strong.
I'm okay. I've got like +2 strength.
Do you want to try breaking down the door?
Oh God.
I mean, remember, there's a locked door to the west. There is a hallway that looks kind of half collapsed to the east, and to the south is a set of double doors that you haven't checked yet.
All right, let's check. Maybe we don't bother with the locked door right now.
Okay. Yeah, let's go south, right?
Double doors?
Yeah.
Double doors.
Who is checking the double doors?
I'll go down.
All right, the doors are not locked. Do you want to
Oh,
open
they're not
the doors?
locked, guys. All right, let me check for traps.
There do not appear to be any traps.
Okay. I'm gonna like stand to the side and like try to like poke it open with my staff.
It opens. There are there's a little passageway leading to the south.
Is there anyone around?
I'm stealthing in. I'm stealthily walking in.
All right, I want Shazar and Grief to give me a stealth check, please, or anyone who moved in.
Oh man.
21.
Where's Piranha? Piranha's still back at the stairs. Okay.
No, Piranha. Oh, I just moved Shazar on accident. I'm sorry, Shazar. I was like, Shazar is fucking head in here. No, sorry.
Yep.
about
Okay,
that.
my stealth is like crap to begin with, and then I had to roll a 3.
Yeah.
I rolled
alright.
a 13.
21.
This is not my. This is Underdark, right? This
So-
is not my.
Grief.
Menridin
Go
does
ahead.
not believe in stealth.
So Grief is being stealthy, and she's watching everybody just clomp, 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 clomp.
These
They're
guys
like
are not professionals.
Anatomy still.
All right. You move in there, and books and trinkets are spread across wooden desk set in this alcove chamber. It's lit by a burning brazier.
Can I go over to this desk?
You may.
Can I see if there? I can't read.
I'll come with you. I can read.
If there's so there.
I'm dying at the idea that you're like, yeah, I'll check these papers, and you're just staring at them and it's like, fuck, I forgot I can't read.
I can't read.
It's just common. I don't know how to read common or anything.
All right. Give me an investigation check. Anyone who wants to see what all these books and papers are.
Yeah, I'm good at investigation. I'm just not good at.
Well, I am really rolling like crap.
I rolled a 3, which is very fitting.
6.
Okay, so I'm
Holy
not
shit.
good.
Piranha, you are convinced that these are the most important documents ever.
I got
the
a 9.
Declaration of Independence.
I get
the
a
rest of you are just kind of like,
12.
yeah, no, these are random musings of some cultist people.
Are there any kind of artifacts, anything other than paperwork and stuff on the desk or in the desk that would be
Are
of
there
note?
Are there any books that look like the book we have? Because it's a journal.
Is there any magic-y shit?
Nothing that your eyes reveal.
Oh, that is specific wording, Mr. DM.
I'm gonna keep doing that too. There does not appear to be anything magical in this side of the room.
What about Grief's question about
was it?
Any other kind of artifacts or items in or
No,
on
this
the
is
desk?
mostly a writing desk with just some writing utensils, a quill, some ink.
Are there any written materials, like something partially drafted?
Hey, those were the
something somebody
papers.
might
It's just sort of nothing major. It's shopping lists, what we need to support the cultists. I mean, you realize that there's probably about 20 people living here. That's something you can glean from that.
So
Although you have
you're
turned
saying
4 of them
this
into
is a
paste.
rabbit hole we need to not go down.
Caw, don't go down this hole.
So is there anything else in the room that is of note, any kind of thing that would kind of indicate what these things are worshipping, at least?
No, but you do see some arcane symbols hanging on the wall on the western side of the room. if you want to move over there.
Yes.
Over there.
So there is a bronze oil lamp burning on one of the 2 tables over on that side of the room. And each of the 2 tables hold wood carving tools and strange wooden objects.
What do the objects look like?
A distended tongue with a torn root. They are wood carvings of tongues that have been torn out of a human mouth.
That this motherfucker took out of her mouth, her only mouth, the only mouth that she has, her only human mouth.
Are these dildos?
No, they are
No,
absolutely
they're not dildos. It's trauma porn for this piece of shit. Like the girl who's been trying to scream at us from a spectral realm had a tongue torn
I
out.
would like an arcana check or a religion check. Which
I was
one
gonna
are you
ask if
better
there's
at?
a specific god or demon or something that the tongue is the symbol.
Hate these
I
people.
give up on this.
You guys are getting
today.
I'm a +0 on either of those, so okay.
14.
I have an 18, and I have the guidance water.
So Menredin turns to the party and says she's heard tell of a cult called it is
The burnt tongue cult?
Cult of the Burnt Tongue. Somebody say that up top? Oh.
Yeah.
But yes. That's funny. So, Cult of the Burnt Tongue.
That's kind of a weird thing to start the cult about.
Right? Like,
they
did
are-
somebody have hot chocolate? and get
They
angry?
worship.
I was thinking the same thing.
They
Chocolate,
worship
do you
an
have a burnt tongue on it?
abomination.
What kind
sorry,
of
what I missed?
abomination?
You're not sure. Menredin's not sure. She can only remember that they are a cult. They rip people's tongues out, and they are trying to bring something into the world.
This is.
You know, I feel like these people always are like, oh, we're going to summon this, like, demon into the world, and then, like, they don't have a plan after that. They don't think of the afterwards.
Have some forethought. Have some forethought. It's not that hard. It's just like, what are you gonna do next?
Yeah.
Step 3 is what?
Well, they'll be eaten last.
Ah, stupid. They're gonna be eaten first.
Dipshits. Dipshittery abounds.
All right. So in
I'm
that
very
room,
sorry.
you've searched
It
it
is
all.
10 o'clock and I have to go to bed.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
We're almost done here. There is
We're
a
almost
set of
done?
stairs leading
Okay.
down.
Menredin,
Come
like,
on.
stomps over. She is done being stealthy. She is angry. She is jingly because she is still wearing every shiny thing she's ever seen around her neck. And she is going to kill some people.
All
Are we
right.
fucking it up right now?
Yeah.
You're gonna fuck some
Wild
shit up.
sheep into a bear.
You hear the sound of chanting coming from behind this this room. Are you moving around?
I'm stealthing to the side to peek and see what I can observe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I
Want to
gotta.
real stealth?
Yep, I gotta do this and drag some things on to the map.
Well, that's a fucking 9.
Living room area in the middle of here.
It's a study if you want to poke your head in.
That's nice.
All right. Who is going in and where? Is that where you all are?
Yeah, I'm gonna be right here.
Okay. Okay, stop right there. So the thunder wave clued them all in. So as soon as, give me, what did your stealth roll for Piranha? Yeah, no. All right.
No, nothing.
So when
Don't mind
Piranha,
me.
I'm gonna move you back like right on parity with Shazara.
Yeah.
As soon as you both come into view on the other side, shit hits the fan, and let me run a new adventure or a new encounter. Can I have an initiative roll from everyone, please?
Oh, that's sad.
I'm using my inspo
It's like
for that.
the worst night of rolling ever.
Oh, I see a bunch of us rolled right around the same number.
That's
17.
hilarious.
15.
Oh, so it's me and
I also don't
Shazara.
know why I put myself there because I don't ever want to be where I'm at the front.
I know, but you did. All right. So let's see. I got an 8 for Menredin.
Yeah, I think that's the lowest I've ever rolled on an initiative.
I got an 8 for Shazara, and I got a 15 for Piranha. And what did I get for Grief?
17.
17. Roll. Auto roll for them. All right. So let's see. Hold on. Mage. Roll. I put way too many of them in here. There we go. Sorry. All right. Cultist A. Casts. Command at Shazara.
Oh, and I'm rolling like utter poop today.
I would like you to roll a make a wisdom saving throw. DC 15.
15.
So the cultist points at you and yells, "Flee!" And you just sort of shrug it off.
Suck it.
Alrighty.
All right, cultist B points at Piranha and yells, "Flee!" Give me a same check.
This is totally
Wisdom saving
delayed.
throw.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
21.
You kind of laugh at him when he tells you to flee.
Fuck you.
The Grell makes its way over here, and the tentacles sort of start flailing and whipping and try to hit you.
That's pretty fucking gross.
All right. It rolls a 20 to hit. Does a 20 hit?
Yes, the fucking 20 hits, Seth.
Ah.
I know. I'm being sassy over here, and I'm like being grumpy that I'm being too sad. I mean, I invited that. I asked for that. I
All right.
just said the pot. I stirred it. This is what I get. It's fine. That's where I'm at.
You take 5 damage. However, I need a DC 11 Constitution saving throw. It is burning your skin.
Alright, well, that's a 17.
All right, you are not poisoned and paralyzed right now.
I will try to be less of an asshole in the next round.
After it swings at you with all of its tentacles, its horn-like eagle's beak bites at your head. And... oh, that would be a nat 20.
Again? Are you? Maybe you should refresh your page, sir. Just saying.
Unfortunately, that is only... oh, are you kidding me? All right, well, I mean, 18 is not insignificant, but I rolled poorly. So, 18 damage.
Okay. Wow.
It took a chunk out of your shoulder. And... from the back of the room, a balding, aged gentleman that fits the description of Lord Vialis steps forward, waves his hands, and... oh, where are you? Oh! Can only hit one of you with it, so be happy. Alright. I will hear arguments for, he doesn't want to hit his own Grell. He's going to cast Fireball at Shazara.
Oh.
Alright. Give me a Dexterity saving throw against DC 16, please. Oh, 14, sorry.
23.
Alright, you save. So... that would be, how much? 4d8? Or, what is it? 8d6. That's going to be fun.
Ugh.
All right, D6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. That was the worst fireball roll ever. So 15 damage if you did not make a save, 8 damage if you did. It rounds up. Grief, I'm going to need you to do the same thing because the fireball is going to go off your radius.
Wait, so how much damage is it?
It's half because you made your saving throw.
Yeah.
So
8.
8? Okay.
Yep, only 8 damage.
That's a 19.
You made your save, so 8 damage. And that is the surprise attacks. So now we are at the top of the order. Cult Fanatic A goes first. Who actually rolled a nat 20 for...
Seth, refresh your fucking page. You're not rolling that many nat 20s in a row.
I will refresh my page. See, there it is. There it is. See it refreshing?
There's no way.
All right. Cult Fanatic A is going to move up to Shazara and try to lay his hands on you.
Oh, hell no.
Bad touch.
Bad touch.
Unacceptable. It's about to get canceled with my bow.
Does a 16 hit your armor class?
No.
He utters this awful word. It sounds like, you know, a tearing in the ripping in the fabric of space. And he tries to touch you, and you actually manage to dodge out of the way.
Phew.
Grief is up next. Piranha is on deck.
I'm going to go up to Cultist 1 because he's trying to be mean to my new friend. And I'm in bear form.
Oh, right. I'm sorry.
Hell yeah.
Shazara has not seen the transformation, and suddenly from behind her, a very large pink bear.
Purple. I'm purple and bear
Purple
form.
bear, sorry.
Yeah, so I'm going to do my multi-attack. I'm going to try to bite it first. That is a natural 20.
All right. That is absolutely a hit.
1d8. Okay. So that's 10.
And now that the bad touch came out, I can't stop singing "You and Me, Baby."
So that's 16. You and me, baby. So that's 16 on the bite.
Nice.
Claw will be 18 to hit.
That is a hit.
Ooh, that was a pretty good damage. So that's 15 slashing damage.
He looks like he's holding in his guts, but he's still standing.
Ah, what the bitch! And that's it.
Piranha!
Talking is a free action, right?
Yep, you can always do a little soliloquy on your turn.
Hey, good buddies. To what degree are you going to be uttering verbal spells for the remainder of all this? Is that sort of like our bread and butter right now, or
pretty much?
If you lost, okay, so I'm not going to cast silence, but actually, you know
well,
what?
you could cast it on the Lord in the back, and it wouldn't hit them. Because what is silence?
Yeah, it's each. Yeah, okay. So, I accidentally moved to it too. Yeah, I'm gonna cast it. So each of these squares is 5 feet, right? So it's like right here.
That's fine.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
You are exactly 30 feet from Lord VLS.
Okay, and then this guy, the cultist number 2 also has to shut the fuck up. So that's 2 for. Okay, so I can. Yeah, that's within range. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna cast silence on the Lord.
Here.
The Lord.
I'm gonna
What?
give you something.
Okay.
Show me where your 20-foot... You go ahead and move that around as you see fit. And show me where your 20-foot...
This is 20. I thought each square was 5. Is it 5 or
Oh,
is
yeah,
it
let me make it
5?
bigger. Sorry, I didn't make it big
Oh,
enough.
yeah.
It's
I'm
not
casting-
actually fire, but show me where you want your spell to be.
I want it to come... Is this the final size?
Yeah, that is the final size.
Oh, dang.
It's the outside edge of the circle.
Oh, so I could do something like this. But they're not gonna. There's no visual cue, right? So it's
They don't.
gonna
Yeah,
happen,
they
they're
don't
gonna-
know. So
they're
they're
not
gonna have
gonna
to
have
make
an
They're gonna have to guess where the silence is.
Okay, so I could do it like this, and it's gonna encapsulate both of them. I mean, obviously, either of them could sort of tumble out of it, but like, yeah, I'm gonna go
Migraine boy, really?
roughly here. Oh, migraine boy, what you do? What you do?
Critical fumble on Lord Vialis.
Migraine boy.
So you know what I'm going to do? What that critical fumble means is Lord Vialis is going to move further into the silence on his turn.
Thank you, migraine boy. Hell yeah!
All right, so Piranha is going to... Are you going to stay where you are and cast the spell? If you move, the Grell is going to get a free attack at you because you're in melee combat with it.
Oh, do I have is that my only action I can do if I do that?
If you're going to cast a spell, yeah. You can still move, but if you move, the Grell will get an attack at you of opportunity.
If I don't move, it won't get that?
That's correct.
Okay, but considering, like, that's the only thing I do on my turn,
Right,
it's definitely going to attack me
Yeah,
anyway.
it's probably going to attack you again next turn.
Well, that sucks.
But that was
I
probably
can't-
a really smart thing to do. I mean, taking out the
Yeah.
big-ass spellcaster is usually a good idea.
Yeah, I can't shove any good berries in my mouth or anything like that, can I?
No, because you've taken... if you want
this time?
Yeah, I'll let you... If you want to eat, like, 5 of them.
Alright, I'll do that. Thank you. You're a benevolent DM.
Yep.
Okay. Then that's me.
All right.
And I'm
Cult
gonna
Fanatic and then
bio
Menredin.
break real quick
Yep, you
because
got
we're
it.
a little late. But I'm
Yeah, we'll be done very quickly, I'm sure, as soon as Lord Vialis realizes he's going to get gacked. Cult Fanatic. Cult Fanatic B. All right, I'm going to roll 50-50. If I get above a 50, he moves out of the silence. If I get below a 50, he moves into the silence. Ready? I didn't want to inspect. All I wanted to do was roll the damn die. Percentage dice, thank you. All right, 86. He moves out of the cone there. Where the hell is he? There he is. And he moves forward. All I really want to do is I want to move the cultist. Thank you. All right, and he is going to cast. He can now see Menredin, and he is going to cast a spell at Menredin.
Rude.
Yep. He's going to cast. He's going to yell at you to flee. Give me a blah 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 blah. It is a wisdom save.
25.
You just shrug it right off. See, you guys were complaining about rolling low. You're rolling high when it counts. All right,
We just
Menredin.
sucked at figuring anything out. That's all.
Yes. I've got those two bad guys there, but like I want to do a thing. Is McStinky Face here?
Where? I found a better icon for this one that everyone will like better.
Oh, I guessed his location better.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna move and stand here.
Okay.
And one guess as to what I'm gonna do.
Gee, I wonder who's in a straight line. Yep. There it is. You got your straight
There.
line.
Lightning bolt.
All right. So, yeah, Menredin just sort of saunters into the room, points her finger, and tell me what happens.
I point point my finger and I call him very many bad names in Primordial, while holding my new best friend, the book.
You're gonna carry Sarah around with you all the time now, aren't you?
Yes. It's the only book I've ever loved, and it's apparently a coloring book that's cursed. And I point my finger and I electrocute him from afar.
All right, roll damage, and I have to roll a dex saving throw for both of them.
Yes.
Lord Vialis fails, and Grell 1.
That is a very disappointing.
Fails. They both take 24 damage.
Yeah, it's a very disappointing number of damage.
The Grell sort of deflates and falls to the ground.
You know what else I'm gonna do on my turn?
What else are you gonna do? Oh, is our friend coming to visit?
Eric!
Eric the half a B. ABC. 1, 2, 3.
Yep, so he's gonna come out and bash Lord Cialis in the face.
Lord Cialis? We're calling him Lord Cialis now?
Yes.
Alright. What do I do? Is that a dex or anything? What is this?
No, it's 17 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, Jesus. For 6 damage.
He looks pretty hurt. Alright. And then...
Oh, and his speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
That's hilarious. Shazara, what is Shazara doing?
Alright, since it's so rare that Shazara is within melee range, and she's pretty pissed right now, she is going to pull out Flame Tongue and Frostbrand.
Okay, so you guys, no one in the party has seen this yet. Shazara is actually pulling out a flaming short sword and a short sword that is emitting, like, the chill of the grave and a blue light. And it's dripping frost.
You had this shit when we were freezing in the tundra camping?
Where did this come from?
She did not. It was actually
I don't think I did.
It was a gift from Thwip Ironbottom.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And can I go, like, you're gonna have to help walk me through this, how all the...
I would say put the Hexblade's curse on Cultist 1 and swing away.
That's pretty much what I'm doing. Oh, that's only...
You rolled damage. You rolled damage by accident.
I was like, what's happening here?
An 18 is absolutely a hit.
Alright. I've rolled the same thing for damage. So
That's
7.
okay. Did it not add the Oh, you're rolling the Hexblade short sword. Roll for the flame tongue. Roll damage on the flame tongue and the thingy.
Oh, okay. Let me go up here.
Yeah, your
My
damage
bad.
should be way bigger than that.
Really rolling on the wrong thing.
Yes, she does, Mech 45.
9.
All right.
Full.
There's
That's for flame tongue.
and that did not add your Hexblade stuff, so it's actually plus 5 more, so it should be a 14.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll figure that out later.
All right.
And then
That's
with your
14.
second attack,
And the second attack that's Frostbrand.
yep,
All right. And which one do I roll for that one? Same
the
thing.
one right, the one right next to it.
All right. Let me. Sorry. Go back up again. 24.
24 is absolutely a hit.
Oh, sorry, I rolled the wrong thing. I didn't roll for damage.
It's okay. It's funny. I don't know how we made it this far into the campaign with you actually doing hand-to-hand combat for the first time as a Hexblade.
I know, right?
And that should be 5 more, so it's 11.
11.
The cultist looks like he is indeed dead. How do you want to do it?
I'm gonna slash him with a flaming sword that leaves like a big, searing, smoking slash across him, and then I'm gonna hit him on the other side with my ice blade, and he's just gonna sort of like crackle up with little shards of ice and then just kind of fall over.
Nice. All right. You still have movement if you would like to move. All you did was attack this turn, so you can move 30 feet if you want to move.
All right. So who all is left here? We have Eric is hanging out there. Vialis is next to Eric,
Yep.
and then
There's
that's
one
another
cultist left on the other side of the room. That's all that you see left in this room.
All right. So I can just move?
Yeah, you move 30 feet. You can move right next to Lord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe not right next to, but you can get close. And then next round you could close with him and still attack.
All right. I'm kind of by myself. Well, I'm not really by myself because Eric's there.
You have Eric.
Eric can now defend people.
Excellent. All right, well, the Grell is dead. And thanks to frickin' Migraine Boy on Lord Vialis' turn, he thinks that the silence is in a different place. So he's going to move this way. Right into the middle of the silence. And he wastes a spell slot trying to cast Fireball. Yeah. Then back to the top. To Dead Cultist. Now Grief, and then Piranha on deck.
So are these like little pews right here?
They are. You can vault over them if you want to do difficult territory or difficult terrain.
Well, I have climb 30 feet.
Oh, okay.
As a
right,
bear?
bear form, right. So nothing's
Yeah.
that's not difficult terrain for you.
So if I was here, 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 35. So I could get right up next to him.
Yep.
And I'm going to give him a little bite.
All right. Purple bear goes barreling across the room and sinks its fangs into the Lord
15
Vialis.
to hit?
15 is a hit.
Okay. That is 10 piercing damage on the bite.
He had exactly 10 hit points left. How would you like to kill Lord Cialis?
Cialis. I'm going to kind of bound over the pews and kind of charge at him, roaring a little bit, because I like to be a little kind of showy sometimes. And then I'm going to lunge straight for his jugular and rip out his throat with my teeth.
You rip out his throat, and he crumples to the floor, dead.
And then I'm going to kind of look at the tentacle thing that's kind of next to me and kind of paw at it with my claw a little bit. And then that's my turn.
All right. Let me move. I'm just going to get us off the screen. The other cultist is going to cast Teleport and get the fuck out of there on its turn. As Lord Vialis falls to the floor, dead, a wave of energy just sort of poofs out from the book that Menardin is carrying.
Oh, is Sarah going to rest?
Aww.
You're not sure.
Should I open the book? I open the book.
There is still magic there, but Sarah is not making an appearance right now.
I feel like we're sensible here.
Menardin, you do, however, notice that there is something very magical in this room. On the south end, in the southernmost part of the room, is a blood-soaked altar.
Oh my god, is it her tongue?
On that altar are bloody bits of things, but the thing that's magical is a solid gold urn glowing with magic.
Oh no, I go and look at it. What type of magic is it?
Necromantic.
Oh no. Oh no, this is above my pay grade. I call Shazara over.
I was gonna say that sounds interesting.
Give me an Arcana check.
Do an Arcana check?
Just the magic users. Give me an Arcana check. Oh, actually, Grief, if you want to give
Oh,
one too.
okay. Now that combat's over, I'm back to rolling like crap again. 19.
All right.
That's
19?
Mhm.
All right, so all of you put your heads together and you realize that Lord Vialis was using this urn for something. You get the sense that you want to open the urn, that it's the right thing to do.
I popped the lid off that bad boy.
Wait, do I see them doing this shit?
Yeah, absolutely.
Stop the fucking, no, stop. I have allergies. We're in an enclosed space. What are you doing? Stop.
I popped it
Stop
off
the
with
fuck
my
now.
claw.
The fuck now. Like, I'm about to shoot a fucking arrow at this shit. Like, no, do not open that shit. What are you doing? No.
Are you going to do it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot an arrow.
Really? Are you trying to, like, stop the urn from opening, or is it a warning arrow?
I can't tell if they're actually, like, being mentally, like, taken over in some way, right?
You would have no way to know that.
Okay.
Your bow is not vibrating. It is not trying to warn you of anything. That's a good
Okay,
tell.
never mind.
There's the
No,
DM
thank you.
telling you. There's the DM telling you you're going down a paranoid rabbit hole.
Don't insult your friends. Don't insult your friends. No, thank you. I forgot that my bow does that. I forgot that my bow is a good bow
I
like
mean,
that. Okay.
I've taken a few arrows before, so it would be fine.
I'm not gonna shoot anybody. I am going to reassert the fact that it's kind of fucking gross that you're doing this in an enclosed space. Like, we could literally just go outside. Like, this is incredibly, like, it's like unsanitary.
It's
at work.
it's a larger urn too. It's probably 2 feet across and 3 feet tall.
I mean, I'm covered in like brain squid goo, so.
Yeah, I'm covered in shit too, but that's the spoils of war. This is a different story. This is unnecessary. But okay, now y'all do you, I guess. I'm just gonna like pull my tunic up.
All right. The bear pokes its claw in and pops the top off. And a fine white mist that looks very much like Sarah's mist flows out of the urn and forms itself into a beautiful woman and what looked to be her 2 boys and little girl holding on to, her legs, and she's hugging them. And she looks up at you and she smiles and she says, "Thank you. Please bring us back to Waterdeep to be buried in our family's plot." And you look into the jar and it looks like it's about 4 human skeletons.
Oh
Maybe
my god.
5.
He was.
I think if Senzen was here, he would want us to take these back and give them a proper burial.
Senzen would be defiling the fuck out of this temple. But anyway.
This guy was such an asshole.
Yeah. I'm
Did
gonna
we find a halfling?
No. Well, you only explored like a tiny little bit of this place.
Oh, that's true.
Like, you announced your presence and then just slaughtered everything.
But we didn't kill the halfling, which is
There are no
important
halfling
part.
bodies, so I'm gonna call it because we're like a half hour over. But I definitely, before people fall asleep, I want to do the confessionals because they're always hilarious. So I'm gonna go Menredin first and give everybody a little chance to. Here we go. Hold on. Or does anybody want to go first?
I do.
All right.
No, I have jerky in my mouth. I don't. I'll go second.
Take a moment, gather yourselves. We will do our little confessional, and then we'll call it. So.
I can start.
All right, let's do Shazar first. So, what did Shazara learn tonight, or what is Shazara thinking right now?
So it is nice to be back in Waterdeep. I'm disappointed that we couldn't do dinner with Mom and Dad this evening, but at least we got to do something good and avenge the death of poor Sarah and her family. And wow, those were some creepy ass cultists, but you know, it was kind of nice to use my new toys.
All right, cool. Let us go on to, let's go to the left and do Grief. Grief, what did Grief learn tonight about her new friends?
Grief learned that not all adventuring parties are the same. And the dingalings are just that, dingalings. And sometimes other people are more efficient than we are. And that's okay. But also, cult leader blood kind of tastes really fucking gross. She's like desperately trying to get like the blood off of her tongue.
I'm just picturing the character sitting in a confessional booth like this was a reality show in bear form, like.
Yeah. If she could talk in bear form.
Piranha passes some venison jerky and little snoot of risky whiskey. No, that should clear you right up.
As a bear, I'm just sipping the whiskey and the jerky.
All right, moving on. What did Piranha learn tonight? Nope, and I have to make, hold on, let me fix that. I don't know why I did that. There you go. What did Piranha learn tonight?
I don't see Piranha's head.
That's, I know.
Oh.
There you go.
Hey. So
Be
Piranha
comfy.
learned. Oh yeah. Oh, that's fine. Man. Mama What's-Her-Nuts has a really great policy when it comes to having to reschedule when you like really plan out a whole dessert that you're gonna have delivered and you're like really nervous about it and like you're just like you know you feel really close to this person in your party and you just haven't really connected with them and so you feel like maybe you're gonna connect with their family and like maybe that's gonna be something really special, like really honest and really like genuine. And just hot diggity shit, it really hurts so bad when like I mean, plans change. We all know that plans change. It's fine. Plans always change. But man, when you really plan that special moment and then last minute, it's really nice when Mama What's-Her-Nuts really shows up for you and comes through for you and just really allows you to reschedule your delivery. And that's what Piranha's brain has been most of the night. Otherwise, I mean, there were some weird ass brain things with some gross ass tentacles. They were dealt with post haste. That was fine. I don't know what else. There were some pretty big mistakes that Piranha didn't make because of a touch of intuition. But most of the night really was just like, man, I'm just so glad that cake is going to be able to be rescheduled because I don't want to think about the fact that there are literally townspeople's children that we're murdering in cold blood, fucking blood, my friends. And like we were sent here by someone who is missing their son, their child, the fruit of their loins, and we're just out here fucking like, oh, whoopsie doopsie, I guess I missed.
Man, maybe we didn't kill the halfling.
So Piranha is really just focused on
cakes,
the pastry shop, and how I really hope I get to meet this crazy bitch's family and we enjoy a nice cake because that's going to be the thing that's going to make everything calm and normal, I hope.
Right, because that's
willing and the creek don't rise.
That's going to be the thing that makes everything normal in the party. Dinner with Shazara's family.
Let me hold on to anything tonight.
On that note, Menridin.
So Menridin had a very fun experience tonight because she's normally not one for book learning because she doesn't have the longest attention span. That's definitely been more of Shazara's thing, but she does like creepy things, which is also why she enjoys Shazara. So the fact that this book came with an extra friend was a lot of fun. So even though her friend may or may not still be in the book, we haven't really figured or determined that one out yet. She's still gonna like carry the book around with her in her backpack of whale poop. And she thought this was a fun bonding experience for everybody. Just, casually murdering some people who were trying to bring extraplanar evil entities into the world, which makes Eric happy, which makes the Triton Elders happy, and, which solves some, growing tensions within the party.
Alrighty then. I actually had a comment that I should do a DM confessional at the end, but we'll think about that for next time.
Do it.
I have a question.
Sure.
Is Menredin blue?
Yes.
So I imagine as we are walking back to get our horses to travel back to Waterdeep, Grief kind of looks at Menredin and is like, if we had the kid, they'd probably be purple.
Yes. Yes, they would.
On that note, let me
Would
do
it
the
be
promos.
purple or lavender?
A nice little lavender.
Lavender.
Thank you for joining us, everyone, for our one-shot tonight. It's always fun having Kirsten Myriad X here, and hopefully we'll have everyone back next week to go move on with Storm King's Thunder. I will also announce that we will be doing the campaign after Storm King's Thunder will be Strixhaven, where everyone will be playing wizarding school students. So that's a thing. Ella, you do your promo first while I find the goddamn PDF that I'm supposed to read off.
Follow me on social media. I am at ELA Darling, Ella Darling. That's Twitter. That's Instagram. That's literally probably the only two because I'm a grandmother and I don't know what Snapchat is. Also, find me on OnlyFans. I'm not a gilf, actually.
I love that you just
I know
use
how
the
to
word
use
gilf.
OnlyFans. No, find me on OnlyFans. It's fun. It's cool. I post video blogs that are just dorky and nerdy with my tits out and all that. All the things. It's OnlyFans. You know what to expect. It's fine.
Cool.
You'll find it. Find it or don't.
Excellente. All right, here is the stream schedule for the channel on Praetor's Rejects. All times are Central Standard. On Mondays, Storm King's Thunder, that's at 7 Central. Tuesdays, Stormlord's Wrath with DM Sammy at 8. Wednesday, Tales of the Sanguine Isles with DM Mech45 at 8. Thursday, Tales from the Yawning Portal with DM King Bashman, that's at 8. Friday, currently no programming. Saturday, Rise Up Against the Slave Lords with DM Duff 563, that's at 9 p.m. Sunday, currently no programming. We have a non-streamed show, that's Savage Worlds East Texas University with DM Eric B, exclusively on YouTube. Upcoming sub-only game, if you are a subscriber to the channel, come and talk to us. Am I missing something? You guys are doing some crazy shit.
Yeah. Sanguine Isles is done.
Okay, good to know. Well, hey, you know what? That is the most recent one I downloaded, motherfucker. Anyway, all right. That said, I am done with that for the night. Thank you all for joining us. We'll be back very, very soon. See us next week, and be good. Get your goddamn shots if you haven't, and we'll see you soon. Have a good night, everybody, and we are off in 5, 4, 3, 2.